say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody! Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQA. And Peter Bendix, huh? This mother bleeper did it again. He did it again. Fleeced another organization for an all-star for a fourth starter. I can't believe it. I can't friggin' believe it. These Cubs fans are losing their mind. They're losing their mind. Did you see this weekend that Owen Caissie just had?
Yeah.
This was incredible. This was incredible.
They didn't even want to play him last year.
They were sitting here. This guy's got 12 games, and they're all like, I'm hearing from some Cubs fans. I'm not going to say who, Trevor, who told me he stunk. And I'm like, all right, you guys enjoy Owen Cabrera. He's awesome. If he's out there and he doesn't turn into Rick Wild Thing Vaughn, I'm telling you right now, a lot of pressure on Cabrera tonight in this first start. But Owen Caissie, have yourself a friggin'. You got my buttons up, Vlad? I got to play this walk-off shot. First weekend on WQAM. Welcome to the station, Miami Marlins.
1-0 pitch. Caissie launches high in the air at the right. It is gone. You can't make this up. The Maple Masher secures the sweep. And for the first time since 2009, the Marlins start a year 3-0. A walk-off 2-run shot for Owen Caissie.
Man, what a time to be alive for Owen Caissie. What a weekend, dude. What a friggin' weekend he had. He hit 500, drove in a run every single game. Wasn't even supposed to play in the first game. Wasn't even supposed to play. Wasn't even supposed to play. Had drove in the game-winning run 2 games in a row. Oh, what a friggin' debut, dude. And Leroy, stop looking at Twitter.
I'm not looking.
Stop looking at Twitter.
I'm not.
You're looking at Twitter. No, Vlad, he needs it taken away. We've just started the show. Let's celebrate the Marlins a little bit. Stop looking at the internet.
I was looking at Tiger's mugshot.
Great. We'll get to it.
All right.
Please get off Twitter.
All right.
Okay.
I'm off.
This guy comes in here. His first, that's a first impression, dude. To come in the first week, you don't want to come in here. You're stinking up the joint left and right. But to debut like that, walk off home. And here's the other thing. I'm sitting there. Tommy and I were watching the game together yesterday, and 9th inning starts. They start off with a hit, and Liam Hicks, who was the hero of the game beforehand, goes out. He had a monster home run, real piss whistle on Saturday in the 305 jerseys. And he hits a rocket right to first base, double play. And you're just like, come on, dude. Like, that's how we're going to that's how they're going to lose.
With us.
That's how they're going to lose. Well, Owen Caissie had other plans, my friend. He had other plans because Sanoa gets on. I don't know what the hell that outfielder was doing. Completely misreads the ball. Sanoa's on second, and then Owen Caissie with the absolute blast in the Teal. What a time, man. First 3-0 start for the Fish in, 17 years?
Sheesh. Yeah, well, I mean, is it safe to say?
I think it's the first 3-0 start in that ballpark.
Is it safe to say that's also the first time he had solid on opening day in a while?
Had what opening day?
Sellout.
I don't know. Opening day usually does well.
Yeah.
Opening day usually does well. The next games didn't sell that great. But the opening day always sells. But I will say, apparently the Teals were flying off the shelves. I went there after our broadcast. I'm like, I got to say, check out this pro shop.
Is it nice?
Yeah. What's not to love? What's not? I wasn't ready to put a $400 investment in Authentic, but I bought myself a new hat.
400?
Yeah.
400?
Yeah. A little too much. A little too rich for my blood.
It don't cost that much to make them.
Plus, you know what I don't like about it? I don't like that they put the stupid. I know that's like a soccer thing. I don't like that there's an ADT logo on it. It's a little weird. I know that's the Authentic jersey because that's what they wear. I don't need home security on my jersey.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was something cool like Flanagan's.
But that's what makes it authentic.
I understand.
Right.
I understand. Like that's the thing in soccer. Everybody likes the sponsor on the jersey. I don't like that. Just give me the Marlins patch. I'm good.
I'll take the bootleg one.
You might. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably the better way to go. The other thing that was great about this weekend though with the Fish, Sandman. I mean, he looked absolutely awesome on opening day. He looked incredible, dude.
He had that one inning where
yeah, because Sanoa booted the ball.
They go. He's thrown more pitches this inning.
Yeah.
He's thrown over.
He probably would have had like 60 through 7 if it wasn't for that error.
Right.
But he looked absolutely awesome. Ayuri got through 7. He battled through them, hitting them around a little bit, but still was able to bear down. I mean, like they had 2 guys go 7 innings. And then yesterday, Max Meyer, who started not great, but got through 5, and then you got the bullpen working a little bit. That maniac Tyler Phillips gave you a couple innings. I mean, it went as pristine as you could hope for.
Why are those guys so crazy in the bullpen?
I don't know.
One guy beats the crap out of himself.
Yep.
And then the other guy is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He is, but 2 saves.
Wait, so here we go. We need is it Maple Masher, Rojo, or what's the other?
Big Red.
Big Red.
Yeah, they're calling him Big Red. I like Big Red. I don't know if anybody, I don't want to have a George Gervin situation. I don't know who else has Big Red. Maple Masher, you know what it is to me?
Canada.
We get it. You're Canadian. I feel like we don't always have. We did that with
Maple Jordan.
Yeah, we're doing that with Andrew
Maple
Wiggins.
Jordan and Maple.
I don't feel like the Canadians always need to be like, I need a Canadian nickname. It's not bad. It's fine.
Right.
But I like Big Red better. And then I do like how I do like how his teammates are calling him Rojo.
What about Big Denim?
Big Denim, the Canadian tuxedo?
Yeah.
No, I like Rojos because it fits Miami.
It does. It does. I mean, I'm sure that's what his
and I'm more than sure there's other redheads getting called Big Red.
See, was it De Los Santos yesterday? They're trying to hop over the railing and he fell. That's a tough day for the rookie's hearing that afterwards, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
they're putting.
I'm surprised they don't have replay.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be playing on a loop of like, hey, let's all see De Los Santos over here just tripping over himself, getting to the celebration. They hit him. They hit him with 2 or 3 Gatorade showers yesterday.
3. Well, they tried to get him for the 3rd one because he was going over to do the interview.
He was finally hip to it.
They were going to do the interview, and he goes, "Just get me now. Don't get me when, I do the interview." Okay.
Yeah.
Splash him. He go over there. He's doing the interview. Got him again.
Yeah. Nobody wants to plan. Like, you're not going to do organized Gatorade shower.
Yeah, you're not.
That's not the way to go.
First of all, you're a rookie. You're a young fella.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell us when we do.
We're going to shower you when we want.
Right.
We're going to shower you when we want.
I'm surprised somebody didn't throw a Bibowski at him. No.
Nope.
No.
So, yeah, man, Marlins sweep. They win 4-3 on Sunday, 4-3 on Saturday, and then they win 2-1 filthy on opening day. Start 3-0, first time since 2009. They host the White Sox tonight, who they started 0-3 because nobody thinks they're going to be good. Although I will say that Murakami, the guy they got from Japan, who's on like the 2-year deal, 3 home runs in 3 games. He's gotten off to a hell of a start.
Yeah.
So look out for that tonight. That's Dade South says call him Canelo Caissie. I like that. I like Canelo Caissie. Oh man. All right. Final 4. UConn beats Duke 73-72. What the hell happened there?
Easy.
Just like it's here. And I'll tell you what a coach would say to us. Don't ever let a moment in a game go by where you don't give it your ultimate attention. Right? It seemed like not that big of a deal. I'm gonna make a play, game's over or whatever. When in actuality, he should just held it, got fouled, shoot the free throws, and put it out of reach that way. However, I will say this. To all the grown-ass people out there yelling at Caden, he's still a kid. He's still, like, when you were 18, 19 years old, like, there are moments in your life where you just kind of.
That's tough.
Yes.
That's a tough moment.
And I think.
It also took a crazy-ass shot.
Right. I mean, but again.
Just hold on to the ball.
Right. Again, Vlad, we're looking at it at 40-plus-year-olds. Go back to your 19-year-old self. Are you still going to have it all? It happens.
I mean, Chris Webber had to deal with it forever.
Right.
I mean,
But it, like, for
they
people.
got to foul me to get the ball.
But
Just
for
hold on
you
to the ball.
thinking about that as yourself now.
I'm going to say it as a coach. Just hold on to the ball. They got to foul you.
Again.
Everybody's at fault.
Again. Like, at that moment, there is nothing that coach could have yelled quick enough to get him. Now, maybe the coach thought about it beforehand and said, hey, whoever gets the ball, just hold on to it. You're going to get free throws and, go that route. But again, like, it was a terrible mistake.
Oof.
But I would like any of us to go back to our 19-year-old self and think that, oh, I would have it all together to be able to make it happens. Like, for all these old grown-ass people yelling at these kids, like, yeah, he made a terrible mistake at the most inopportune time. Like, that ain't going to change. But it's kind of like you hope they have it all together. You hope that the one mistake you make as a 19-year-old isn't like the worst mistake you could ever make.
Terrible mistake.
It's a terrible mistake.
Terrible mistake.
But can we honestly say when we were 19, we would have handled that situation differently?
I mean, I think a lot of people would have handled it differently.
You say that.
I think a lot of people, because it's that's what makes it a catastrophic mistake.
But can I say this to you? In the heat of the battle, sometimes watching that moment and telling somebody what they should do and being in that moment is two different things. And again, it was a terrible mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. I'm not saying it wasn't. But for people to be yelling and complaining, especially.
Stop, Leroy.
What do you,
Hold on.
okay, fine.
Hold on.
Fine. Dude, no. I'm not going to sit here
Leroy,
and I'm not going to sit here.
This is a game.
Oh, wait, time out. I'm not going to sit here and have young men. He made a terrible mistake.
So that people can't talk about the mistake that he made? No, that's what you're sounding like right now. You're sounding like he made a mistake, but everybody just leave him alone because he's such a young man and he made a mistake. People are going to criticize.
You can criticize a mistake.
Okay.
You can criticize. But if I put you in that same situation at 19 years old,
I'm not trained and scholarshiped and heralded like that young man. Because you know what happens?
Well, like I was saying, the counterpoint, like the other kid is a kid, like they're playing on the same level. You know, it's not
I
like
understand.
if it was like Kasper's Yakachonis, right? And he's a pro, and that even happens to him against the Heat, against like Jokic.
Yes.
I almost feel worse because it's like, oh, he's in this crazy moment at his age. Like he's playing other amateurs too. Well, amateurs,
right.
You know,
I mean, if that kid makes a shot, right? That kid from Marlins, right, from Connecticut. He's been missing all game, right? Yeah. He hits the shot. We're praising him. Yeah. If he missed that shot, oh my God, why did he take a shot from so deep? They still had time. It's a hit or miss league. You make a mistake or you make a play league. That's it.
I am not saying that we shouldn't criticize the mistake. I didn't say that. I in fact, I started the conversation saying he made an epic mistake. Right? But again, I also say, like, the hardest thing in the world to do in that moment is to have your bearings and say, oh, here's what I need to do. At 19?
That's why there was a timeout called. That's why you have coaches tell you what to do. And if you don't listen or you mess up, That's what happens.
Yeah, like age be damned, like it's a colossal failure.
Like I'm saying,
know,
like, dog, what are you doing here?
what I'm with
If
you
you're
is-
able to vote, you should be able to take criticism if you mess up.
What I'm with you is like, hey, you could show
You
them.
know what I've learned doing radio and listening to people outside of sports?
Sure.
Is
What?
that I'm losing my compassion for any human being.
I just don't understand.
Hold on. I'm losing compassion for any human being that makes a mistake. So when you guys say to me, right, why are you a Karen at Publix, or why you are a Karen here, right? It's like situation like, hey, I never got a break. The hell with these people.
Okay.
And I got that way from actually seeing how people think outside of sports. You know what I mean? I was always the guy, hey, don't worry. Like you hear me talk about when the kicker missed a field goal, right? To this day, I talk more about all the other chances we had to win.
Sure.
I don't put it all on him.
Okay.
That's kind of how we are. But the real world doesn't operate like that. And I found myself to be more or to be less sympathetic about anybody else's shortcomings because of it.
I don't really understand your take though. Like
my take is
like you're saying go easier on the kid. I agree
no,
with
I'm
you.
not.
Like,
I'm
go,
not saying.
go easier.
I
think anybody would go. Hold on.
Okay.
I think anybody here is going to go easier on Boozer than they would on Luka if that was an NBA game.
Correct. Yeah.
I think anybody here is.
I understand.
But you think like it's not nothing. Like the line. If you're a Duke fan, it can't be nothing of what the line is. Now, do you go harass him on social media? No. Will people? Yes. That's not something you should do. But that's almost like that's a feeble attempt. You know what the world is these days.
It's one thing to be held accountable, another thing to tear somebody down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think that's where I guess I'm more in line with that. I'm not saying he didn't. And I started the conversation by saying, I understand that.
Well, what was the reaction that has you this fired up? Because clearly you heard something. Because it wasn't me and Vlad.
I just think that sometimes fans and people outside of the environment or sports or whatever go at kids. And I kind of have a problem with that. There's one thing to make a mistake, but then we put all these other things on it. Like, I've been in situations where it's been like that, and sometimes I've been able to keep my thoughts, and sometimes I made dumb mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the more you go through that, the more you learn and you become. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just think that like too much. I think it's too. You can criticize.
It can be too much, but he's gonna go down there now as like one of the all-time meltdowns. Like when we look back on this 10 years from now and he's 29 in the NBA.
No, yeah,
we're gonna think about that blunder. It's an all-timer.
Okay,
it's an all-timer. You know, like so you could. I mean, it can go in the slow cooker if you want, but I guarantee that he's sulking in it as bad because
of course
he's not putting his age to it.
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's not. He's not. But I always say, you know, when I see situations like this, I always think what I was doing when I was 19 and the mistakes I was making on the football field when maybe people thought I should know better.
And there's a counter to that.
Yeah, and I bet you probably felt worse if you fumbled at 19 than any 40-year-old.
No.
Any 40-year-old Michigan booster was.
No. I did.
Okay.
And
so you've been there.
No, I've been there.
Okay.
Yeah. I just know what it's like. So I know, put it away, being there and then see somebody else go through it, right? I'm like, that's tough.
Well, somebody who deserves no sympathy is the Miami Heat. We'll get to those bums next. 15 minutes of heat for your ass right here on FM 104.3 WQAM, and it's brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. What are you mumbling over there, dude? Not on the microphone?
I need me some Pricito.
For what?
I don't know. I got it. It's about that time for old Rebecca.
Of what? Like
To
leaving?
drive
Oh, okay.
the car.
All right. You gonna go something reliable? You know, what are you gonna go with?
I don't know.
You get a new whip.
No,
Oh.
she's about. We had to wait until Fonz didn't get his car until he came back for Christmas break. So I think we're gonna do the same thing with her.
A cool Christmas gift. You gonna get the big bow for it?
Well, one, he had to drive back to Bethune in Daytona. She's only going to
Stop at Buc-ee's.
FIU. Oh yeah, he used to bring me so much.
And you know what?
Buc-ee's.
Takes just as long.
He used to bring me back so much Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, the Miami Heat playing like a Buc-ee's rest stop right now,
Giving up a lot of Buc-ee's.
dude. It's ridiculous. It is crazy.
Apologize to me.
Why?
You made me shake hands. And
If anything, I should give you the middle finger because you wanted to. You were
no,
thinking
that's
about
not what
hopping
I
on the
said.
bandwagon.
That's not.
What do you think you said?
Okay.
What do you think you said? Because you
made me.
you were contemplating. You were going to come back this week if they would have won this weekend, and you said I'm fully on board.
Right.
So the idea that you thought about that kind of makes you an infiltration of mush.
No.
But go ahead. Tell me what you think you said.
What I said was,
Infiltration
and this is
of Bush?
Yeah.
I like that.
It means he's not a mush, but he was infringing on mush territory.
I was looking over the game.
Yeah, you thought about it.
So basically, all I was trying to say before you made me get into this ridiculous thing is that, hey, they won a big game against the Cavs when they looked really good. I said a true test of where they are would be, one, playing the same team again and being able to not necessarily win, but at least have it close.
Cool. That's not what you said. What you said was they do it tonight. You got me on board. You didn't say any of that reasoning at the time.
But that's
not what you said. But that's not what you said. That's not what you said. You were sitting here with heat undies on Friday.
Listen.
And you were like, you're going to have me if you win this game. If you win this game, because you were gooses galore over it.
Because basically what I was saying was, it is a big deal to beat a team like that back to back after beating them the way he did the first. That means that there's something I can hang my hat on.
Right.
Okay. And that's what we're going. You're going, oh, so they're doing one more game.
Yeah, but what am I apologizing? What am I apologizing for? That's what I'm taking. That's what I'm taking.
Because
that's what I'm
this
quibbling
team sucks you in all the time. They get you to where if somebody makes a shot or somebody has a big game or whatever, and then a week later, you're miserable again because they do this.
And? But what does that have to do with me? Why should I owe you an apology? That's what I'm trying to say. Because you wanted to be a bandwagon jumper?
No, because the things that I had questions about.
Yeah, you did question him, saying, why are you being a fun spoiler?
Yeah, I still feel that way, though.
Because I'm being a realist.
Right, but...
And a realist is, this is what they've done all year.
But this is the thing. This is why your take is ridiculous.
Why?
Because you would have come out of here if they would have won this weekend. Let's say the Heat win 3 straight. And you would have been like, no.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
You would have come out of here, they win 3 straight, and you would have been like, that was the most impressive part of the season. Because they have a true rotation, which, by the way, they didn't because Norman Powell didn't play yesterday. But that would have been your thought, and you would have and it would have been a little bit weird because you know that they could have easily lost to the Sixers tonight anyway.
But listen, if they beat the Cavs and then come back knowing the way the Cavs gonna come after them and beat them again, that is a big moment. That is a big spot. Because now you're showing not only can we beat some of the best teams in the East, but we can adjust and beat them again. Okay, that was a big. They haven't had moments like that.
They have. They had a week where they beat Houston, Detroit, and the hottest team in basketball in Charlotte on the road.
Okay.
Like I would have argued that's more impressive than beating Cleveland twice. Cleveland's okay. Like they're playing decent, but you know it looked like the first round series all over again. It was embarrassing.
Okay.
You know, Spo. I love Spo too. That was. You know, let's just leave. I love the speech that he gives in the locker room where he looks at Kalel and he says, You changed things for us. And then he just watches Jared Allen just murder his team. And it's just like bam and a bunch of 6'6" guys. And
He
you're just
wouldn't
like,
put Cologne back in.
okay,
That's cool.
it's great.
That was Friday.
Yeah.
Explain to me what the hell was that I watched last night.
What you watched last night?
79-75.
I mean, did you see how well they shot? Yeah, but did you see how well they shot? Like
both teams were just playing no defense.
Yeah, they weren't playing any defense, and they couldn't miss. Like they shot I guess it was just the Heat weren't really trying to stop it. I mean, Micah Potter is sitting out here looking like
who the hell is Micah Potter?
Former member of the Sioux Falls Skyforce, giant intangibles. And he yesterday basically looked like Dirk Nowitzki.
He looked like young Bill Walton.
Yeah, no, he looked incredible.
It was crazy.
It was, but that game was really embarrassing. But it was an embarrassing weekend. They can't stop anybody anymore. The Heat in the last 8 games are giving up 129 points a game. That's
crazy.
Like
crazy talk.
What? 129 points. And the coach is just like, he said this after the Cleveland game, and I'm just like, I'm flummoxed by him because he almost has no explanation for it as to why they're defending so bad. Here was Spo.
Look, we've had plenty of games where we're scoring 120 plus and cruising to an offensive game, but it's not always going to work out that way, particularly on the road. That's where your defense has to travel. And again, I'm not grasping, with rabbit out of a hat. And we have weeks and months of habits. But when you need your best, you have to bring your best when it's needed the most. And that's what we need right now. What we needed to have was a great disposition to start the game, versus a team that was very motivated and on top of their game. So maybe they get off to a good start, but your defense can weather the storm and ends up being a 6-8 point lead instead of, a 20+ point lead.
Cool. And then you go in there after that one and you follow up rabbit out of the hat, and the Pacers saw you in half.
They gave up an average of 80 points a game, a half.
In the first half? The last 2 games?
Of the last 2 games. 79 and 81.
Yeah.
Wait, Cleveland scored 81 on them in the first half, right?
Cleveland was 79 and the Pacers were 81.
I think you have it flipped, but
no,
it doesn't matter.
They've averaged 80 points
80
given up in
the
the
point
first
is
half.
they've been embarrassingly bad.
I didn't like what he just said. A team that's motivated. Indianapolis Pacers. The Indiana Pacers.
That was post Cleveland.
Oh, that was post Cleveland?
That was post Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Because the Pacers weren't motivated.
No, yesterday
They were having fun.
His whole thing yesterday was we have competitors in this locker room. Like, you do? Like that's what he kept going with.
They're all
yesterday.
short though.
Yeah, it's just it was.
I'm tired of seeing.
I don't really understand. Like, this seems like a masterful tank by Indiana, because I look at Indiana and I'm like, they shouldn't be the worst team in basketball because of the guys they got. But I haven't watched how they've lost 18 of the 20 games since the All-Star break. 18 of the 20 games, and the only
the Heat come to town.
The only teams that they've beaten, and this is the thing that really made me mental yesterday. They've only beaten 2 teams since the All-Star break.
I know who they've beaten.
They've beaten the Heat
in the state of Florida
and the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Whom the Heat cannot beat. Because Orlando would be the most embarrassing team right now if it wasn't hung on the Heat's head that they've lost to them 5 times. Plus, was it 3 in the preseason? They'll probably lose to them in the play-in, too.
You lost 3 times to them in the preseason?
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think they did.
Wait,
I think they're 0-8.
I think they played Orlando like the whole preseason.
Yeah, because remember there was that weird Puerto Rico game they threw in the midst, too. I'm pretty sure the Heat's 0-8 against them this year.
Oh, my God.
And they might be 0-9 because that's going to be the bottom of Playinville.
9-10 is going to be Orlando.
It's going to be 9-10 in Orlando, and that'll be the end. That's the only merciful way for the season to end. But that's the only thing that makes the Orlando Magic, the only thing that keeps them from being the most embarrassing thing in the sport is the Miami Heat, because the Miami Heat can't beat them. And tonight you're going to get a Sixers. Sixers got everybody back. They got Maxey. They got Paul.
They won 6-8.
They got
Embiid,
they got playoff PED. And they got Joel Embiid.
That's a good one.
I mean, like, that's we're yeah, dude. It's rough. And Spo sitting here being like, I don't understand. 2 weeks ago, we had number 4 defense. You know why.
So wait a
Come
minute.
on. Hey, hold on. But he knows why, Vlad.
No,
Of course.
no.
You know why the
Ole,
defense.
ole.
Did you see what Max Strus did to Norman Powell? And did you see Norman Powell just watch it happen?
By the way, what Max Strus did to Norman Powell, I was.
He might need to press charges.
No. His card might need to be revoked.
Oh, we not.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was I haven't seen
No.
Leroy.
dude, I haven't seen this
Hey,
many
let me get it. Let me get it. Not that one, the other one. The one you keep in the back.
Yeah.
The one you keep in the back of your wallet.
And
yeah.
this is what Norman
No
Powell.
more collard greens.
Yeah.
No more watermelon.
This was
no more Alizé.
This is what Norm had to say afterwards with Max Strus just laying threes down on him.
We can't win games without defense, so we got to figure out how we have this defense that we know we can play. Travel to Indiana. That team is playing hard. They're playing tough. They're playing together, and they're taking teams to the last full 48. So we got to be ready.
Yo, Intangible's been whooping your ass this weekend.
You're telling
Bro,
me.
he is rough.
Max Strus.
Like Hoosiers.
We got Potter.
We got Potter. McConnell got crazy yesterday.
Oh, he did. Dude, McConnell
then,
got so crazy. He was taking threes.
Who's that tall intangibles? Huff was killing
from
us.
West Virginia.
He
None
was
says
killing me.
I'm from West Virginia and I play basketball like
Huff.
Huff was killing
Busted,
it. Dude,
yo,
the
just-
intangibles were busting the Heat's ass this weekend. It was tough,
Dude,
man.
Hey, like Vlad,
It was rough.
we might have to put in his papers.
But imagine.
Oh, no,
Put the
no.
papers-
No.
put the papers in.
He's 6 months. Is
I literally was trying to figure out why didn't Kalel, because Kalel did, he definitely he didn't play in any of the first half and any of them getting thumped. Then he brings him in. He didn't play any of the third quarter. The game was over. He brings him in the fourth. And Mobley gave him some buckets, but the game was over, so who cares?
Right.
But I was trying to look. I'm like, why did he take him out? The only thing I can see is that Donovan Mitchell stole the ball while he was around, and Spoelstra, that's enough. But he's watching. He's watching
Norm.
He's watching Norman Powell give up a three to Max Strus, and then stare at Max Strus go and get a rebound to go get a putback bucket. And I gotta tell you, you know what? I gotta apologize.
Wait, you're apologizing?
I gotta apologize.
No,
This
I
is
gotta
shocking.
apologize. I gotta
when he
apologize.
apologized, you know it's gonna be something crazy,
No,
right?
I got an apology. I
To who?
Because I'm.
I apologize to absolutely
No,
no
I
one.
swear to God, I got an apology. I got a real apology. I got a real apology. I got a real apology.
This is the first time, this might be the second time in Toby Leroy history. Go ahead.
I want to apologize to the LA Clippers. I got a little cocky. I got very cocky. I was mocking you on Twitter. I was adding your franchise on Twitter. And I was like, how could you idiots let this guy go? How could you do it?
Oh, Norm Powell.
How could you do it? You guys are stupid. You did this for slow-mo. And I sit here today on March the 30th, 2026. The Miami Heat have the same record as the Clippers. A team that's what do they start? 6-20?
Wait a minute. Is that
6-20?
so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Both 39 and 36 now, Vlad. Yeah. Yeah. So I apologize. I was very aggressive in my cockiness. We were sitting here one day. They went to 14-7, embarrassed you guys, beat you by 30, and I'm sitting here like an idiot, dancing my thumbs on my phone, mocking you. And I get it now. I apologize. I've been foisted. Fooled.
How's your liver? Seemed like, because a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like your liver was doing well.
Yeah, it's not great.
And then I think yesterday
Yeah.
you said hello to all your old friends.
Yeah. No, and I'm almost out too. Somebody offered me a bottle on the YouTube comments, but it's not great. I'm drinking like a fish these last few games. You know the thing that bummed me out, and this is weird because I haven't had this one in a while. The Marlins brought me a lot of joy this weekend. I was really excited about the baseball.
The games were fun.
And then I turn on the Heat, and I'm just like, look at you, look at you, look at you.
The problem is that you should open your arms to all teams, but you kind of get saddled with one that's your favorite. You follow the most, the guys you like. You're familiar with the players, and those hurt more, right? The Heat losses hurt more because one, baseball season just started.
Yeah,
and some of the guys you need to get used to, but once you get, give it time, you'll be now. let's not do this in baseball. They got more games.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get you a
I'll
case.
feel how I feel.
I feel how I feel.
I'll feel how I
See,
feel.
that tends to be the problem.
I'll
I feel how I feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel how I feel. I can't turn it off.
Right.
How you gonna feel tonight? Are you worried?
How am I? No, I don't expect them to win tonight. How could
Because
I?
you don't like this team. This is one of your rivals.
The Sixers.
You hate them.
I mean, how many
Embiid?
over under Embiid spill falls?
4.5.
4.5.
It's limited. Yeah, he can't really.
I'll tell
take
you
as
one
many
thing.
as-
I'm glad
He
I'm
might
not,
be too hurt to fall.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you one thing though. I'm glad that I'm going and I'm not listening to this game on Peacock because Peacock is the. I mean, could you imagine? I think Scalabrini's on the call tonight. Could you imagine having a Scalabrini on your stupid bench?
I like Scalabrini
Do you? Why?
because he tells the truth.
Remember, he was cussing behind us at Radio Row, baseball. I mean,
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Wasn't that Michael Rappaport?
They oh my god,
They're both redheads,
Leroy.
aren't they?
Oh my god,
Scalabrini and Rappaport.
-1.
They look the same to me. You
for
know.
redheadedness. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
That's great. That's great. You know what? Bless you.
Bless you. I'm blessed.
For
Well-
being a ginger.
We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
We have to do some checking. You know, names are weird. I just didn't, when I heard Lindenborg, and I know I've been watching him, I just say, oh, that's him? Let me look at it.
What are you looking up? What are you looking up? Why can't you just enjoy the player?
I am.
Doesn't sound like it.
I am.
Yeah, he's Dominican.
You know that's the most, like, unconvincing I am that I've ever heard in my life. Which is nice.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, he's Hispanic. Puerto Rican and Dominican. Puerto Rican and Dominican.
There you go.
Puerto Rico and Dominicano.
Yep.
I saw.
Ooh, wait. He was born in Puerto Rico. His family moved to Ohio. Woo! That's kind of a culture shock.
Nah, you see, Mom, I can understand. Mama's beautiful.
Michigan and Dusty May got back to the Final Four.
Ooh, Dusty May.
Dusty May is on one.
He left Boca to Ann Arbor.
Dusty May is on
That's
one.
how you do it. You hire the coach. He gets right back out there. That's impressive. That's impressive.
Like the Canes did with Jay Lucas right after, Jim Marinaki.
Yeah, that was a hell of a turnaround. That was
impressive.
Hell of a turnaround.
I tell you what, that they were, at one point they were number one in the country, and they lost to two other teams that were in the Sweet 16. I want to say they lost to Illinois, and was it Purdue?
Duke.
They lost to Purdue, and they lost to Duke.
Yeah,
that's the three teams they lost to during the course of the year. So, to see what they did to Tennessee, yikes! They got to be the favorites, right?
No, Arizona is.
You think Arizona is a favorite?
Arizona's the favorite.
They play Arizona next.
I know.
They're favorite.
Arizona's favorite.
No, Michigan's favorite.
By 1.5?
Yeah.
So Arizona was favored by 1.5. It might be up and down.
I mean, it's a pretty close spread.
Yeah, it's a close spread. It's a close. I don't trust. You know what? I don't trust spreads. Like at this juncture.
Now, wait a minute. What type of spreads don't you trust? Is it betting spreads?
Betting spreads.
Or is it food spreads of other people?
Betting spreads. Both.
I know.
Both.
I know you.
Listen, I'm here. I don't like going into an environment where I'm hungry and I don't know what we're eating and I'm not familiar with. Like if I've been to your house before, right? Or I know what food you like.
Tobin.
Then cool.
Tobin.
But sometimes
talking to the microphone, not the window.
But sometimes what happens is
I don't understand. It's like we've been doing this.
Like, look at who I'm talking to.
Hey, listen.
looking at.
I understand. I understand. We have an audience. Vlad can see you on the screen. He knows what your face looks like. The audience needs to hear you. It doesn't help screaming at a window.
Well, I mean,
why?
You scream out a window.
It's soundproof.
You scream out the heat.
It's a soundproof one. That's for show bit. You're doing that because you're doing that simply.
Hey!
You're doing that simply for you think the communication is better looking at him, which I understand. You want to look people in the eye, except when you're looking at Twitter instead of me. But hey, microphone. What are we doing?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Intangible spread,
So
betting spread, or bet spread? Which
So-
one is which one you're not tackling first? Gambling spread, food spread, but it's a tangible food spread.
Well, let me say this. That it's not necessarily a intangible thing, right? Because I have friends that when I go to their house, I know I'm gonna get my eat on, and they're intangibles, right? However, there's also some tangibles that I go over their house and they go too much. Like we need to simplify it. We don't need the specialty, items from your country, right? Like so. There's no color barrier on my food.
We got Patriot tangibles too.
Yeah.
They want to show it off.
I tell you what, in most cases, if you barbecuing, I'm gonna go over to the house to see what's up.
Did somebody telling me we're having a ladder match? What's going on here?
You got
Changing AC filters.
I'm just saying that light is bright. It was right in my face.
I don't blame him. You don't want like a rat sneaking up on you or something like that.
That's right. King X777.
What's up?
Tobin sensitive today.
I'm sensitive because I want the radio to hear what you have to say.
Leroy out here food shaming. I'm not food shaming.
No, Tobin's just
I'm
upset.
not food shaming.
Listen, Tobin's
Like,
upset
listen.
with the heat. That's all.
I
Let me
literally am
ask you a
not like
question.
I can be both things. I
Yeah.
could be upset with the heat and also be bewildered that Leroy still talks to a window instead of you.
So
through the microphone.
so-
Like, it's both things can be true.
wait. So here's the deal. Anybody who goes to families' houses for a meal or a party or something like that, when you go over there, if you have some bad food, the next time they have something, you either gonna eat before you go or you're gonna say, nah, I ain't going over there to eat. It happens.
I guess. Yeah.
You just
I mean, I'm hosting Easter this weekend, and I was a little offended because my father-in-law is like, I'm bringing a ham. And I'm like, I don't want ham on the menu.
oh, what are you having?
Ooh,
I'm barbecuing.
Nice.
I'm
Oh,
barbecuing.
yeah. That's what I wanted to do too.
I'm just like, hey, why does he always want?
Holiday ham.
I'm like, what? Yeah, for
Can-
Easter? That's
can-
like a
yes.
Christmas thing.
Oh, no, ham is for all the holidays.
I think ham sucks.
me too.
So here's the deal. Ham is not as good as you would like it on the day of, but them ham sandwiches the following week.
I don't want pinch
Oh,
hit ham.
Wait, 1 week ham?
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying after the day,
I'm saying, yeah,
you can make ham sandwiches for the next week.
Oh.
Those are delicious.
Take a break here on the program. We'll get you caught up with your headlines on a busy South Florida sports weekend. The Dolphins also, the brass is speaking today or in this week because they got the annual meeting in Phoenix. So I think we'll hear from Halfley and Sully this week since the Jalen Waddle trade. And we'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQM. Leroy, can we get a weather update at the Windowplex? Brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. What do you got?
You don't need to look outside to know what the weather is. Just look at the gloomy.
It is gloomy.
Cloudy, overcast. I can't tell which way the wind's blowing, and it's raining. Miserable day. Miserable Monday. So expect more rain today into the evening. I do see a little bit of sunlight over here, but that ain't gonna hit us. That's over the water. Other than that, it's probably about 75, 80 degrees. Other than that, nice, rainy, miserable end of March.
He's right, 74 degrees.
Wow.
What happened?
He's a golfer.
You ready?
Yeah, I didn't even golf yesterday.
I'm sorry, man.
That sucked.
Was
Let me tell you something. I got my sleep on.
Was that because you were bad with the weather, or because you're honoring Tiger, taking a week off?
He need to take a week off.
Why can't he just
He
get a
needs
driver?
to take more than a week off. He needs to take off just driving in general.
I can't understand.
And what was he under?
I'm gonna say this, and this is, I have no knowledge, but I'm gonna tell you what happens. Okay, dude's probably in so much pain. He's taking so many things to help him feel better, to relax or whatever.
Yep.
That if you sit around for a while, you get a little loopy, a little sleepy, a little just blah. And he tried to drive. Now I will say this: he wasn't drinking. He took a breathalyzer.
I know he wasn't drinking,
but he was on something.
You don't need to just drink to mess up your equilibrium with substances.
Again, I'm saying he wasn't combining the two. You understand what I'm saying? It could be something that he was taking, though. Because I'm looking at that picture.
What is this, the fourth incident that he's had?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with a car.
It's the same. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at those pictures of him.
Didn't that happen with the infamous night where he got the car bashed in by the ex-wife?
The
He was
Thanksgiving.
on Ambien.
Yeah, he was on Ambien Thanksgiving.
Reportedly.
Ambien don't do that.
Ambien can very much mess you up.
It can mess you up, but not like
it could very much mess you up and put you in loopy states and have people doing weird things. Like this guy,
it can have you doing sleepwalking and doing stuff like that. But I got to tell you, he looked like he was on something other than that, right? And Ambien, to be honest with you, is something you take at home and then go out and then get in trouble, right? You don't take it while you out and then go home. So I'm telling you, it with the surgeries,
and it was like 1 PM too.
With the surgeries and maybe he had practice, he was hitting balls, started feeling pain. He got something for the pain, so he takes it, gets something to eat, and then go home, and then it kicks in. Right? Like I know I have. Listen, I have a spot in my closet, my cabinet in the bathroom, right? Only take when at home. Okay to take when you go out. That's my Tylenol, my non-sleepy stuff, or whatever. So if I have pain or something like that, top shelf, your ass need to be at home, because you're going to feel a little crazy.
For sure.
Don't nobody ask me to go to Publix. Don't nobody ask me to go. Too late, top shelf. He doesn't have those rules. I'm telling you, just based on how he looks, what he's been through, the amount of pain, he always probably has something.
Well, I know, but look, he's a terrible driver as it is. But now it's like you add on top of it whatever cocktail is in you.
Yeah.
Not being alcohol, but whatever the hell he's dealing with. He's just got a bad record of this. And like, I think from like the standpoint of watching how many things have gone wrong for this guy outside of the prime of his career, it's a bit of a bummer. Because, the thing that sucks is like, you see those moments where like he's in his dad mode, right? And you see what's going on. Like, man, those are cool. Like he's starting to pass the lineage over. You just hope that he's going to be okay to get through all of that, because this it is sad to see that, man. Like, how many things have we had since? I mean, he's almost died. He's gotten a DUI. He's been through the
First
celebrity
of all,
scandal
he
of
got a
all.
DUI, but has anybody ever seen him not stop driving? He's always driving.
Yep.
What kind of DUI did he get?
He got didn't he fall asleep in Jupiter? The first one.
But I'm just saying that's still a DUI.
No, I know.
Shouldn't he have
got
not been
lost.
driving for a while?
He got lost. Yeah, no, he probably shouldn't be driving.
No, but I'm saying when you get a DUI, you can't just.
Oh, I don't know. Well,
right.
Just because you get arrested for DUI, we don't know what happens.
No,
for
what happened? Here's what happens. I'm familiar with, even though I haven't been. No, not.
I got you.
So he took the breathalyzer, right? Then when he got back to the station, they said they thought he was so they asked him to take a urine test. He said no.
You talking about the first one or this one?
This one.
Okay.
When you refuse to take any of the tests, you are automatically charged.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's charged with DUI.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you want to take a urine test though? Why wouldn't you want to take a urine test to get out of it?
Might be on that.
That's the assumption. That's the assumption that the DUI people make.
Well, his car was flipped over, dude. I mean, like, it's not like they were, going.
Yeah,
like,
but he climbed out, so he had to have some.
Great.
Yeah, because he's probably on something
because he's probably
high as a
Yogi.
kite.
High as a kite, Yogi. Allegedly.
I know. I'm telling you, it's not a. Listen, it's allegedly, but I'm telling you how it works. It happened to me when I first got out of football. I had like 3 surgeries in the first year, where I was basically in bed for half of that year.
The thing with Tiger though is like, I think the unfortunate thing, like, do we think this is gonna like? It sucks because he's such an icon, but like, is this gonna end well for him? Because how many of these things have we had? Like he's been dragged through the women's scandal, where that all happened, the divorce, the first DUI. He had the incredible comeback
off the cliff.
Yeah, falls off a cliff, nearly loses his leg.
Right.
And now this, where now this is going to air more because now we got the politics crossing of like, hey, Secret Service wouldn't let him drive the daughter, the grandkids. Like, it's another like level, and I'm just hopeful because like the things with Tiger Woods that I would love to see is like, hey, the guy gets to watch his son go win a major or something like that.
By the way, he signed up for the senior PGA and the senior US Open because he's 50.
Yeah.
And so those are the things he was getting ready for. I would say this is unfortunate. I see how things like this happen.
Especially up there. Like, listen, Palm Beach is a little bit like a Peter Pan land up there, like, and he's basically like the king.
Right.
Because like, think about all the celebrities who live up there now, all the hobnobbers, and the most popular thing for rich people to do, golf. He's Tiger Woods.
Right.
Like, I can't, so all the enabling that he's had in his life, even back in his 20s and 30s, it's probably even more.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're not married. You're, with Vanessa Trump. Is Vanessa Trump? I don't remember which Trump it is.
Yeah.
Whichever one. It's like, so now you're crossed over into that world too, which I'm sure is also crazy. Like, I don't know, man. This is one of those things where you do hope that somebody, can grab, but I don't know who. I don't know when you're that famous, who can be the person.
It's hard when everybody in your life is trying to be close to you and basically are enablers. Who's that person in his life that can go up to him, slap him in the face and say, get your bleep in order?
Yeah.
Right? Who's that person? It was his mom.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know how bad things need to get for a person to have that wake-up call. You know what I mean? Like, everybody tells that story, right? Of what happened when they decided to turn it around, and it was like almost the end, or almost something happened to somebody they care about. Something really bad happened. I don't know who's in his life,
right,
that will,
especially if it's a pain thing too, because it's like now you have on top of that.
I'm gonna tell you, like, that's no joke. I don't think, like, being in pain 24/7, right, is tough. That being said, and keep in mind all the stuff he's trying to do to get back to golf, right? Keep in mind that as long as somebody's telling you there's something to make you feel better, you feel bad enough that you'll want to feel better. So I would say he needs somebody in his life that he will listen to.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Usually sometimes it's, when you're married, it's a wife, that they come to you, explain to you what the kids and stuff like that. He doesn't have that. Sometimes it's the person that you're with, the close person. Who is he with?
I don't know.
Right? He's every time you see Tiger,
And your kids are kids.
He's by himself.
It's tough for you, even if your kids are older. It's tough for your kids.
Right. It's tough for your kids.
It's tough for your kids to because your kids always kind of look at you. If you have a good relationship, a lot of kids will look at you as on another level than them, and it really has to be bad for them to even like grasp. Oh, my kid is asking this.
And I would say this to people: it don't matter how good you are at something or how much money you got. The rules of society apply to everybody. So if 1 out of every 10 people have problems with that, he's 1 of 10 somewhere. But I would say, all the things that have happened to him, we look at those and say, ooh, that would have been a wake-up call. And it hasn't been. So I don't know, maybe the pain is just too, I understand that part of it.
Yeah.
I really do. But I've also had people close to me who have basically had me with the top shelf and the bottom shelf. Top shelf, you at home going to sleep. Bottom shelf, you going out in public.
It's not rich people Uber. There's not like a super rich version of Uber, so he's not just getting rando with 4 stars.
He could have a fall guy drive him around.
For sure.
Who's his friend?
I don't know.
Who's his friend like that?
That's the thing. So
you could pay for discretion though, right? Like I know one of the things that I saw in the headlines is he's worried about privacy, which I would understand with all the stuff that's leaked in his life.
Right.
But I don't know. Like there's got to be somebody who you could pay. I'm sure there's got to be a driver he could pay, 6 figures to a year who are going to shut the hell up. Like I don't know.
They make everybody sign these disclosures. He can find somebody. Yo, Tiger, hit me up. I got you, dog.
Leroy, keep a secret.
I've been through it. I can help you.
He pays me $250,000. I'll be his driver. He pays me another $250,000. I'll be his pharmacist.
What?
His pharmacist getter.
Take a break. Those headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. You always pay less with your price Cito at Doral Hyundai. Visit them at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We got action tonight, everybody. The Heat, they take on the Sixers. We'll get boots on the ground for that one. You're out? You going to watch the Marlins then?
I'm watching Michigan.
Isn't that
women?
Women.
Dude,
Okay, my bad.
My school is on a heater.
Good for you, buddy.
We got men's Final Four, hockey Final Four, right? Women got a chance.
Women's Elite Eight.
Yep. Oh, we on a heater.
All right. Well, I wish for you happiness and Mackie Samuskevich happiness. So good luck tonight.
Oh, he's probably more excited than me because he played.
Yeah. So didn't UCLA women make the Final Four? I saw Jaime Jaquez was pretty fired up. His sister's on the team.
Yep.
The Heat, they lose yesterday 135 to 118 to the Indiana Pacers.
To a team that lost 18 straight at home.
Kurzer. Oh, so embarrassing.
This is like
so embarrassing.
I used to get mad about this. Like you used to hear me say, why is Spo not at least, if you're going to go this route, then get all your young guys and coach the hell out of them, right? And then at the end of the year, be somewhere instead of, and say, okay, we're learning, we're growing, we're getting better, we're young. I can buy that. But he's picking the truth. These young guys aren't even playing, right? And then they're in the same. No, come on, man.
I think it's just, I mean, look, as a collective, they all played bad yesterday. I mean, Tyler obviously couldn't miss for 3 quarters, didn't score in the fourth.
Fourth quarter, he couldn't hit.
He couldn't hit anything.
He scored 11 points.
Bam Adebayo has been really bad for the last 4. Since he had that 30-20 game against Houston, he's been in the dumps. He got smoked.
Professional basketball team scored 11 points.
Don't know. Even Davion Mitchell was like, really? This was Davion Mitchell after the game yesterday. He was asked about the Heat not scoring because he was like, because even I was like, I knew it was bad, but there was also part of me that like after, a certain point, I just was just like, oh, they won't miss. They're going to lose this game. And then you look at it, you're like, oh, really?
I mean, we missed a lot of open looks. I know I did miss a layup. I think Pella missed the open layup. We did miss a lot of easy ones that we usually make.
Well, they didn't have it in the cut.
So that puts you to 20.
They didn't have it in the cut there.
That puts you to 20
yeah,
points.
They didn't have it in the cut there, but when he was told it, he was like, really, 11?
Well, so first of all, don't throw me under the bus if you're describing that we all missing shots. Like, I miss shots, cool. We all miss shots, too. Don't just single out Pella. Like, Pella miss. Yeah, we all miss shots.
Well,
don't single me out.
Yeah, they keep also asking, like, Tyler and Norm about defense. It's like, stop asking them about that. You guys know. It's like asking a witness in a bank robbery. It's like, what'd you guys see here? It's like, is that a ski mask in your pocket? What's going on there?
Jaime didn't have a good offensive game yesterday.
His
jumper was broke.
He was the same thing. Like fourth quarter happened and it was gone.
The
but you know what it is with him.
problem
Like
is-
he's gonna kill in the paint and the 3-point shot, he'll make maybe one a game if he's got it
problem is,
going.
If you're relying on that, you're already in trouble. And that's the problem. After
But it's not a scoring thing. Like they can't stop anybody. When you're giving up
a lot of guys hustling, but ain't nobody doing that.
When you're giving up more points than the Utah Jazz over the last 8 games,
right?
Like that's not an offensive problem. That's a defensive problem.
Utah did beat you.
Well, I understand. That's the other thing. Damn, they've lost they have mastered losing to the tanking teams. They don't want to win,
which is the point I was.
They don't want to win
last week.
They don't want to win. Those teams are pissed at the end of the night.
I guess if you're gonna just let me win. Let's go ahead on and take this dub. We don't want to.
Everybody has to be just howling at what a clown show this is. Because it's not even like, you lose to Cleveland and you get embarrassed. All right, fine. You know what? It looked just like the first round series. But like to have multiple losses this year to teams that are trying to play for ping pong balls because you're so inept defensively is insane behavior.
Here's what I would say. One of the things that frustrates me about this is Spo sometimes I feel overcoaches situations, right? Like you look at teams, regardless of who they're playing. They have their starting five. They have their rotation. Granted, it changed a little bit with guys hurt, and that's what they roll with. They've had so many different starting lineups because either, Spo likes the matchup, or they're going to go small, or they're going to do this. I would be okay with them losing if they were able to build some kind of consistency as far as, that's why after they beat Cleveland the first time, I said, is this enough to make Spo stick with that rotation? No, it changed.
Yeah, but like for the one, what they had yesterday was pretty much their preferred lineup. Like,
yeah, but
they have.
You realize how deep you have to be able to have all these different lineups?
Yeah, but I think what do you do with yesterday? It was pretty much, here's what you got. You got Bam, Davion, Pella, Wiggins, and then one of the Olay twins, because one of them's out.
Okay, but again,
and then they're gonna have Jaime off the bench.
Who was the starting five against Cleveland?
It was both the Olay twins were out there with Pella on the bench.
Okay,
that's one game they did it.
But again, if my whole thing is this, if you're having success, right? Stick with it until they show you they can stop it. You don't keep adjusting and overcoaching the situation because you're not as deep as you think.
Yeah, I get he's probably tried to mix the bag up too much to try and go, but like yesterday, you can't really make it. Like that's the line.
It didn't matter what.
That's the lineup they've gone with the most this year, pretty much.
I understand all of that. Okay, when they played Cleveland the first time, that lineup looked really good.
Yeah, you want to know why I look good?
What?
Because they're hitting threes. That's why I look good.
Did
it look good in the third quarter? Because it didn't look good in the third quarter when it was third quarter time.
Yeah,
didn't look good.
Okay,
and then
I just would like, I would absolutely positively like to have, all athletes are creatures of habit. They like some continuity. They like to know. I would like some consistency as far as how they go about playing the rotation and stuff like that, because it's easier to improve in your role if you know what your role is.
Yeah, and I think it makes the communication, which is big on defense, better. But
yes, and it's been like this all year, though. Like the best coaching job that Spo does is when you don't have 12 guys.
No, I agree with that.
And it's crazy because if he only has 7 or 8 guys, right, or 9 guys, they know that's all they have, and they have to make that work.
Here's the thing, though. I get it, and I don't think that Spo. I think it's a fair question to wonder about what this year's done. I think Wes Goldberg from Lockdown Heat had an interesting point, and he's wondering like, is it a point where the Heat are just going tone deaf on him, like his voice doesn't carry in that locker room like it used to? I don't think that should happen because I think probably the biggest problem is the defense. Bam's had a really bad week. You're not going to win many games where Bam is shooting 30%.
That's the other thing. Your good players, especially when you don't have a ton of depth, have to always be good.
Yeah.
And when they're not, you can go to those.
Bam's gotten outplayed by every big this entire week. Like that is and we've kissed his ass and given him tons of flowers and all that stuff. Wembanyama killed him. Evan Mobley killed him. Jared Allen killed him. Pascal Siakam killed him. So Bam had a bad week too. Let's not step around that.
No, we're not.
He also did not play well.
But when Bam says he's more comfortable,
Micah Potter, by the way, outscored Bam yesterday. Micah Potter,
Kalel in there with him. Does that take some of the pressure of
things
he has to do?
It might, but
and that's kind of why he likes playing with Kalel.
It might, but I don't I almost feel like I'm yelling at the wall at that point with this. Like I'm with you. I would, even if you guys, the thing that has been frustrating with Spo is you have to play to his standard, but only some of you. Like it's not the same rules for everybody. And that I think is frustrating. If everybody had to live by the same rules that Kalel Ware does, it's not that he's not flawed and it's not that he doesn't have frustrating qualities. I understand that. I'm not making excuses for him, but I think it's silly that other guys get to have those same flaws and act like they're dropping 40 a game. If Norman Powell was sitting here dropping 40 a game, then I could excuse him not chasing Max Strus around. Okay, but he's not. If Tyler Hero was dropping 40 a game every single night and carrying in the fourth quarter, I could excuse it. But that's not what makes you the Olay Twins.
You gotta make this. Somebody's always in the background screaming.
Oh man,
too much.
Too much.
That's a little too much, bro.
-1.
We came to see the Heat. Instead, we got the running of the Bulls.
It's crazy. The running of the intangibles last night.
Oh my goodness.
There was no last dance, I tell you that much.
Jeez.
So but in here, regardless of what is going on right now and whether they win or lose, I've had these same questions all year, right? About Kalel, about Bam and Kalel, about why don't he just stick with something?
Yeah, that's the hugely frustrating thing is like we're sitting here 3 games over 500 and we're wondering like why don't you like we've seen so much success, your plus minus all that stuff with them together. All right. Even in this win, they were huge together in the fourth quarter. Why do you have to be twisted into submission to make that happen?
Planning? Why are we game planning with the two guys that have given you the most success?
I just won't ever get that. I'm sorry. And it's just it's frustrating to no end. But I am almost at a point where it's like, what's the point about yelling about it anymore? He's not going to change.
Hey, I'm okay. We got a cone and a barbecue chicken. Max is gonna get 50.
No, I mean he's not wrong. Maxie
been lighting it
and
up.
Paul George, ever since he's been suspended, he's been lighting it up.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you play off PG.
I mean, you know what? With all the injuries they've had, I would say Maxie has kept them close.
No, but Maxie's been hurt too.
Yeah, Maxie just came back from the finger injury.
And they still survived with Edgecrum and Quentin Grimes.
Yep. No, it's and that's part of the frustration as well. It's like, man, you guys didn't take advantage of any of this.
Any of it.
You
Nope.
just completely squandered it, and you played the worst defense in the league for 2 weeks after getting yourself after doing all that work and having all that goodwill and getting everybody, you've completely spit the bit.
Well, maybe.
And what's crazy is all the other teams
I've spit the bit
are
too.
spitting a bit too.
Except for 2.
Except for the Hawks and except for the Hawks.
And
the team that was 10th when this all started.
And the Hornets.
We'll take a break. Leroy will hand out his game balls and game bums next. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's time to gather around the locker room and Leroy Horde to hand out his game balls and game bums from the weekend. Leroy, what do you got?
We got a lot of game balls. My first game ball, just going to go to the University of Michigan. They're on one. They're the Frozen Four, the Final Four. The women are in the Elite Eight. That's big time in it right there. Another one, very cool story. Gary Woodland just won, and people he hadn't won in 7 years.
Okay.
He had brain surgery.
Oh,
and he was bouncing back from that.
What do you have, like an aneurysm or something?
I don't know. He was out for like 3 years.
Wow.
So he just started coming back. Really cool story. And I you feel good for a guy like that who finally gets a chance to win. It was good to see, and it was fun. It was a cool story. My game bum, like, I have to give it to Duke.
Bum.
Have to.
Terrible.
Have to. You give up 19-point lead, which very rarely happens in college, right? Like, it's just weird. Like they had me watching Michigan all crazy because like they had a big lead. And the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
The Miami Heat, I just
bum.
For every week you get your feel good going and you get goosies going, they can give you 2 weeks of heartache and tequila drinking.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of goosies?
Flaccid goosies.
No. It's like so yeah. But like, yeah, you could throw UConn in there. But that's when you say Duke, you got to give it.
I don't like their coach though. I really find him hard to root for. I don't like him.
You don't like Hurley?
He's
Why?
A maniac.
He's a maniac.
He's like headbutting the referee.
There's coaches that are like that.
Nah, I don't like him.
All right,
but
I find college coaches, like the guys who really make it up, I find them to be the skeeviest college
Yes!
basketball players. I find them to be the skeeviest people in the world.
Yes,
I love that.
You know why? In order to get a kid to come to your school, you got to lie to him.
I don't like it.
You gotta lie.
I don't find.
You gotta tell them
I
how
don't like that
important
Oriema either.
You know how many kids that go to college to play a sport that were the most important player they could get and never play?
You do know in college the coaches are the biggest stars. Right?
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it? It's
I
always
just
been
don't
like
it.
that.
I know it has, but I don't like it.
What? But that's the reason
you know
why
what-
you
know what-
watch.
You know what happens when they're the biggest stars? It makes them also the biggest villains. I don't like them.
That's the point.
Tom Izzo I can deal with. I'm fine with him.
But this is all college. What do you think Bo Schembechler was? He was either a hero or a villain.
Wait,
I don't like
hey,
that.
Jimmy.
What
do you
about
think
Woody?
Woody,
Who choked somebody out?
What do you think Jimmy was when Jimmy was running the Canes? He was either a hero or villain.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. So coach,
You know what? I
Bobby Knight,
appreciate.
all of them.
I appreciate.
Seems like you're just making my point for me.
I appreciate.
I like that.
I appreciate a coach that does that. You know why? Because he can take some of the heat that would normally go to the kids.
Yeah,
if done correctly.
Sometimes
they throw the kids under the bus.
Right. Sometimes they
and
don't
then
use
I
that
just lose it.
responsibility.
Right.
Sometimes they don't use that
Oh,
responsibility.
here's the coach I hate. You ready? You've all heard this. You've all heard this. And those guys I do not like. Hey, I'm teaching it to them. They just not doing it. Right? You hear it? I'm telling them what to do. They're just not doing it.
No game ball for the Fish, 3-0.
Hey, we can give a game ball to the Fish. There's a lot of listen, I gotta tell you, I could have just went game balls only. Because that start, like, man, it feels good.
It feels good.
It feels good.
It feels good.
I mean, like, everybody played their part.
We're going to take on the White Sox tonight, up
The-
3-0.
The closer is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Peter Fairbanks, I love him.
He's crazy.
Oh no, he's absolutely a
certified
wild
insane.
man.
He's you got young guys.
Yep.
Sandy
I gotta
being
give it up.
Sandy.
I gotta-
Yuri.
I don't know if I like the ABS yet or not. I saw some
I
really,
love it.
I saw some really funny ones this weekend where they showed up the umpire. We didn't get those moments. Everybody was very polite.
They're usually always wrong.
There has been a lot of wrong. I think it's so embarrassing when you're wrong.
Yankees have had some.
So my question is like, do you have like, they get mad that they got a strike called against them and not whether it was a strike or not, because they go to tapping that hit quick. Now, shouldn't you look over to the?
We had a stare down yesterday. Sanoha was going to call for it, and the guy goes, "Too late." He goes, "Too late? What do you mean too late?" I don't know. It's got.
They showed one. They showed one official, man. He almost had to tap out. He was getting calls. So, like, yeah, that means he probably shouldn't have that job, right?
Yeah.
If every other pitch.
No. If the Panthers are getting, if Marlins are getting all the love, game bums have to go to the Panthers.
I'm not gonna give it to them. They hurt. The circumstances, right? The circumstances behind.
What about the 2-0 lead?
They gave up 5 goals to the Islanders.
No, you're getting some game bums here.
Well, did you see that? But I will say that was a sick goal by Tkachuk.
That was unbelievable.
That was insane.
My goodness.
That was so cool.
That was beautiful. 2-0. You're thinking, all right, cool. You be spoiled.
He's just out there having fun now.
Yeah.
Let's play with it a little
He's
bit.
Like, let's get this after. Yeah, I can't get mad at the Panthers. There's no Panthers left.
I gotta tell you, I was watching the Michigan game and they pulled the goalie. I was like, oh, I went through a whole.
It's so nerve wracking.
It's so nerve wracking
when that happens.
Oh my goodness!
You're just like, oh, this is insane.
Not as much physicality in the college game.
No,
they still cross check.
I can't say I've watched a lot of college hockey, if any.
Well, because here's why. You want me to tell you why?
Who's broadcasting it? ESPN?
Yeah. Here's why. Because I'm gonna tell you some of the good schools: Denver,
Boston
College, Michigan State,
Ivy League schools,
North Dakota.
Quinnipiac's always in there. Are they in there?
Yeah, they're bounced.
They're bounced.
Yeah,
tough for the
right. So like you have.
We looked this up one time. Isn't Delaware always in there? I feel like Delaware's always. Yeah, I feel like they are. There's like 5 powerhouses that are just it
always
doesn't change. I don't know if NIL will. It would be great if the Canes get an official D1 team if Tkachuk does it and he just bankrolls the team and then all of a sudden the Canes are like dominating hockey.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, the kid decided not to go to Michigan. He wanted to go to Miami. The Tkachuk brothers have just bankrolled an entire because like what's NIL in hockey, like $45? You know, it's got to be nothing. You give them some good equipment. Can't be that much. It's like, hey, we're gonna let you live in Miami apartment, and you get all the Tkachuk bucks you want.
Western Michigan
was another this year.
They won last year.
Any team in the Northeast New England area, and then the Midwest. That's it.
Yeah, I can't game bum them, Vlad. I feel bad. I almost have like you know, I love them too much.
I know I love them too, but Tkachuk with 2 goals. You're thinking, all right, cool.
No, you should have had it.
Then you all of a sudden 5 goals in the second period.
Wisconsin.
I think they're like
Worcester.
I think they're like 2 losses away from guaranteeing a top 10 pick. So it would be like even the Panthers know how to tank.
I'm still waiting for them to be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, it'll come soon enough.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Are they not? They're not
there yet.
I think they're bottom 3.
Let me tell you this: the NHL try to do so many things with the Panthers. Like this game yesterday was a standalone game, so if both teams were good, this was going to be a nationally televised game.
Yep,
like on ABC or something to that effect. And then because both the Rangers and Panthers aren't doing too well, they had to move it to like NHL.com or NHL Network. And
that's tough.
Yeah,
they flexed them.
They flexed them, but it was the only game on the NHL schedule Sunday afternoon. Yeah, Saturday afternoon too, with the Islanders. They were trying to let them be the standalone national game, and the season didn't turn out the way they would hope.
It did not. But they're gonna bounce back with tons of reinforcements next year. It's been tough. It sucks that they won't get the shot of the 3-peat, but they will bounce back. I am confident the Cats will get it together. I feel strong about that. But yeah, it's been a tough go of it. It's been a tough go of it for the Cats, no doubt about that. But even when you lose, everybody who wasn't hurt is now getting hurt too.
Yep.
Like Evan Rodriguez breaking his hand, and just it's tough. Ugly go of it for the Cats in this regard. So, if you guys want to listen to the Marlins tonight, they will be on AM 560. They start their 3-game series with the Chicago White Sox. That first pitch is at 6:40. Do you know, Vlad, what do? Do they do like a half-hour pregame every time?
Yes, they do a half-hour
or like
40-minute pregame.
40-minute pregame.
6 p.m. will be start of the pregame on a 560 WQAM,
and then
first pitch is at 6:40.
And then for the Heat, they will get going tonight at 7:00. Early start tonight because it's on Peacock. So 5:45 is your pre-Heat tonight on FM 104.3.
And they don't play well when they're on Peacock. Prime, they're all right. Peacock,
who wants to play on Peacock, dude?
You want to be
Peacock. It's tough. If they should put like the Love Island cast on the bench. That'd make more sense than having Scalabrine there.
Scalabrine might be better than
Austin Rivers. Anybody's better than Austin Rivers.
Who was that other guy yesterday?
I don't know who that guy is. I think he's back tonight. I don't know who that guy is.
Jacquez. It's like, no, his name's
like, yeah, he kept calling him Hawkez.
Hawkez. That's what
I'm like, what is he, Hawkeye? Like, is he an Avenger? Like, what are you doing?
From MASH.
Crazy, dude.
And they give him the stupid pronunciations.
Yeah.
Still,
I mean, when the game is a 30-point blowout, you might want to enunciate and pronounce words very well, because guess what? That's all you're going to be doing for a 30-point blowout.
Take a break here on the program. We'll get you caught up with your headlines. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. You always pay less with your pricito at Doral Hyundai. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com as the Marlins started their season with a sweep against the Colorado Rockies. They win 4-3 yesterday. Owen Caissie, Big Red, with a 2-run blast in the 9th. If you guys missed it, here was the call on 560 WQAM this weekend.
1-0 pitch. Caissie launches high in the air at the right. It is gone. You can't make this up. The Maple Master secures the sweep. And for the first time since 2009, the Marlins start a year 3-0. A walk-off 2-run shot for Owen Caissie.
What a debut weekend it was for Owen.
Do we have
Caissie.
to bring Big Red to the park now? When he hits a
With
home
the chew?
run, everybody throw the gum.
Yeah, throw some gum out there. I'm
Yeah.
for it. I'm
Big
for
Red.
it.
Hold on. Somebody's gonna be somebody will be upset with it.
Why? It's a delicious gum.
But there's been other than the guys named Big Red.
Who is the most famous Big Red? Because this isn't like a George
Andy
Gervin.
Reid.
Does he like that? It's kind of a fat shaming one.
He's Big Red.
Tell him put down the tendies.
He's Big Red.
If you don't like being called Big Red, then don't do commercials where you're asking for tendies.
I'm saying, well, he's Big Red.
I can't. By the way, I have nothing negative to say about him. That dude has been around forever and have taken everything in stride.
And I mean,
and he's winning chips.
The number one Big Red Secretariat. That was the horse's nickname.
Horses don't get nicknames.
Triple Crown winners get it.
No.
Triple Crown winners and greatest
He's only
horse.
got one name. It's
He's the
Secretariat.
greatest. That's the greatest
Dude,
horse
hold on.
of all time.
Vlad.
Am I wrong?
Let me say yes, but no, you're not wrong. But let me say this, right? There's nobody, no casual person that knows Secretariat was Big Red. But if you say Secretariat, they know who that is.
His nickname was Big Red.
He is the first one that comes up, a famous sports figure with Big Red.
Who?
But
Secretariat.
Andy Reid does not come up here.
Right.
But that's his nickname. Big Red.
Who else comes up?
That's it. Those two.
Dave Cohen's a Hall of Fame Celtic.
Oh, that's right, from the Celtics.
Uh,
Wow, you see, because he's a Celtic.
I mean,
Tangibles.
yeah. What year was his last year?
Let me look. I'm not sure.
He was a former coach. I think he was a coach of the Hornets.
His career ended in 83.
Okay, that's not too bad.
He won titles.
Tangibles.
Yep.
But listen, whatever. We can figure out the nickname, Maple Masher, Big Red, Rojo, whatever you want to call him. He had an incredible start and has Cubs fans crying in their beers right now. A lot of pressure on Edward Cabrera today all of a sudden to make his Cubs debut.
4 games in the season.
4 games. A lot of pressure on him for a first start, Vlad.
Hey,
4
Vlad,
games into a season.
We got to get you off of this, dude.
Why?
Because you go to the extremes.
I'm telling you, I'm not telling. Hey, you guys can't get mad at me for what Cubs Twitter is acting like. They're all beside themselves thinking they just gave up a superstar.
Oh, that they're mad because the guy has a good 3 days.
A good 3 days?
Yeah, but
A good 3 days? That's a good debut weekend. Come on, man.
It's a good debut.
Won 2 games for the Fish. 5 of 10.
Again, 5 of 10. He's going to bat, what, 300, 400, 500 times this year? Okay.
Liam Hicks also had a huge home run on Saturday. He evened things up for the Fish.
2-1 pitch. Hicks turns on one, drives it high in the air, right field. That is gone. It slams off the facing of the top tank, and Liam Hicks has the first Marlin homer in 2026.
Oh, that's a good question.
Added strength, bat speed, you name it. We're tied at 3 in the home fifth.
What's a good question?
That would be a good who hit the first home run of the season?
Now you know. It was a big one. Tied things up. Owen Caissie had the go-ahead single in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome weekend. Sandman looked awesome. I'll tell you who else who looked really impressive because we were questioning this going into it. Augustin Ramirez, dude. He had a great he had a great couple of games behind the dish. Very impressive. He threw out a guy on Friday night, gunned him down.
How we feeling about Yuri? Just you gotta.
I thought he looked pretty good. He got hit hard a couple times, but he got through it.
Right.
Strikes out a lot of guys. Sometimes he leaves fast meatballs over the plate, though.
It's crazy because guys who throw that hard always think that I can just blow the fastball by them, and then it goes for 450, and you realize I couldn't.
Nick T wants to call him the Ginger Giant. I don't know if they like that, dude. I don't know if they like that.
No.
What, Ginger?
The Ginger Giant? I don't think they like that.
I don't like that alliteration.
Rojo. I like Rojo. Or Rojo Grande.
Rojo Grande's not bad.
Because it's Miami.
Aren't we playing into it like, aren't we trying too hard, though? We're trying to up the Miami. He's
Maple Basher is not.
I mean, he's Canadian.
Okay.
Maple Masher.
Maple Masher. But he's down here. So
all right.
We put our own twist on it. We put South Florida twist
I would
on
like him to, like, if we could take him down to Calle Ocho, like let's bring Maple Masher over there and see what the reaction is like.
He start playing dominoes and calling himself Rojo Grande.
Man, he was good. That kid can hit. Why did they get rid of him?
Wait.
Idiots.
Wait. Now, it's funny because we all felt okay at the time. So did they. You can have him. He's a bum. He's done nothing for us. Now all of a sudden they up in their feelings? No.
All I thought with the Cabrera trade is like, he's really good. He's got an arm on him, but I'm like, I've been waiting for Edgar Cabrera to have a year like last year for 3 years, and like it finally.
So they basically got it while the iron's hot.
I kind of feel like they may have gotten, but we'll see. Because like I thought that with Trevor Rogers last year when Stowers and Trevor Rogers kind of figured it out. So kind of a win-win trade there, but great start for them.
Well, first series does not make a trade, even though it is very promising.
It doesn't make a trade. But it's but first impression like that, everyone's going to be very excited for what he's doing. And that's even with Marcy. Marcy didn't even have a great weekend. He struck out a ton.
Right.
A lot of going down looking for him, which is odd. Like he's usually got that maybe the ABS is in his head first series of the season. It's like, do I challenge? Do I not challenge? I don't know.
So I wonder what the thought. We should have asked Skipper about this, Clayton. What's the thought process? Does every player have the okay, or do they need to look to the bench before they decide to do it? Because I see a lot of unhappy head tappers, like they're like, and it's still a strike.
Well, because that's embarrassing. That's why, because it's like you're sitting here, and if you call the tap and you still end up being wrong, because some of them are very like it barely catches, and it's like, oh, that counts,
right? And
that's why I texted you guys. I'm like, I don't know if I like it or not. It kind of feels like you're quibbling on some of these, Well, the ones that are really embarrassing are really embarrassing, like
right. But
there are some that it's like, oh, the stitch of the ball caught the strike zone. It's like I can't kill an umpire for that.
Right.
So
one of the problems that I have is like we all know that certain umps like certain pitches.
Yes.
And you need to kind of pitch accordingly each night.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that standpoint, like if you notice going into a game, he's going to give you a close one here, a close one there. Wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? Instead of it just being ball or strike.
Dade South says we need an ABS for mispronunciations on the show. We have that.
-1 for butchering English.
It's a big word for me, dog.
Crazy. The Heat, they will be back on the hardwood tonight against Philadelphia at 7:00. 5:45 is pre-heat. Tommy Tig, Alejandro Solana will have your call there. It is now being reported by ESPN, although it was kicked around all weekend. Our guy, Xander Zayas, is going to be defending both of his titles against Jaron Boots Ennis, June 27th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. That's Goosey's galore, dude. Wow. What a fight. That's a great fight.
Goosey's galore.
Got Ennis, who's basically in his prime. I mean, Xander's not even in his prime yet. And they're going to be fighting for both of Xander's junior middleweight titles. Pretty great. Pretty awesome. Cannot wait for that one. Shout out. Kid's got some big stones on him. He told us when he was in here. He's like, I'll fight. They were number 2. He said he wanted to fight Josh Kelly first. Josh Kelly ducked. Then he said Boots or Virgil. And then the other one was Devin Haney. So he's taking on Boots because Virgil's in a legal squabble with Oscar De La Hoya. Suing his fighter. Or his fighter suing him.
The fighter's suing him.
Fighter's suing him. And so this is what opened up at 154. So congratulations to Xander. Looking forward to fighting to that fight, buddy. You know, we'll be supporting you, South Florida Zone. And can't wait to see him in action. Big challenge against Boots Ennis. Not a lot of people. I see the early goings. A lot of people not giving Xander a lot of a chance. I think he's got a chance.
I don't think they're familiar with him as much. He hasn't been on that stage for very long. But
neither is Boots, though. Like, that's the one thing, is I don't think Boots has really been tested either. And some of the ones that have been tested, I don't think he's looked as impressive as people have expected him to look.
Right.
I think he's very dangerous. I think he's a really good fighter, comes from a family of fighters. So it's not an easy challenge for Xander. I just don't think he should be like overlooked.
Right.
In the I don't know if the opening odds have come out, but I would expect that Boots is going to be the favorite,
Well,
the betting
fight,
favorite.
doesn't the fight need to come out first?
People put out lines whenever they want. People will put out fake lines, even if a fight's being rumored.
Yeah.
Crazy. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Whoa. When's that movie come out?
26th of April or June?
Soon, right?
Soon, yeah.
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. Hard to get over.
By the way, funny enough, as we were just talking about it last segment, they just officially announced the fight.
Really?
They just officially announced it. Yeah, DAZN, Xander, Duran, Boots Ennis, they all put it out. DAZN tweets out, the pursuit of greatness, Xander Zayas and Duran Ennis clash at a super welterweight unification title, with Zayas defending his WBO and WBA titles June 27th on DAZN pay-per-view. Exciting. I am excited. Kids got stones, man. A lot of people in boxing ain't going to that smoke right away.
No, they trying
23 years old. He's like, whatever, dude. Let's go. Let's roll.
Yeah.
That's
23,
awesome.
but not just 23, but 23 with 2 belts.
Yep.
Because no, if you don't have the belts, then you trying to fight all those
Right.
guys. But if you got the belts, then usually you coast for a couple of years.
Hold on to your belts like they're your precious.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, no. He's like, I either want to unify or I'll take the toughest guy out there.
Yeah.
Props to him, man. That is an awesome matchup. Dolphins, you got the annual meetings going on right now in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And saw
Do
some.
they always do them in Phoenix or have they done them in Palm Beach?
Done in Palm
they
Beach. They
alternate,
move them
right?
around, don't they?
They moved them around
Okay,
between
I got you.
Arizona and Florida.
I got you.
Yeah, they kick them around a little bit. There was a report over the weekend.
Wherever there's massage parlors.
What, really? Wow. I think that's everywhere.
Yeah, but those places specifically.
They prickly in the desert with the cactus.
Oh yeah.
Robert Kraft don't care. You don't care. This is from David Veronis. He tweeted out that Omar Kelly told Matt LaFleur, I jokingly refer to the Dolphins, what they're doing is Green Bay South. And Matt LaFleur said, that's what I say too. He also said on the Malik Willis signing with the Dolphins, LaFleur said that he has strong belief in Malik Willis, that he could be a successful starting QB, but he added that QBs need weapons and it shouldn't be all on his shoulders.
Yep, agreed. And that's probably the first coach or GM I've ever heard say that, right? Because a lot of organizations will get their quarterback and say, we got the quarterback, everything else will just fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that he at least acknowledged that. Well, I don't know why they didn't acknowledge that with their last quarterback, who they never had a first round draft pick, right?
They never used they didn't use first round picks.
Aaron Rodgers, they never use it. So
I'm curious if they even do it here, because like a lot of people think highly of those guys. But I will now that they have 30. Like, I feel like I don't know. 11 would be, for me, with everything they have, I think that'd be a little surprising if they went. If they went 11 with the wide receiver.
Absolutely not. I mean,
it's not absolutely not. It's possible because that's where those guys are.
Not at 11, because here's why. How can you look at in football cyclical? Okay, how can you look at the success at the wide receiver position and where they got drafted and think you have to get one in the first round? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, there's been other top guys that have been good, though.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, JSN.
No, he's been incredible. Him, I get it. I get what you're saying, because like
Right.
you've been seeing some of the elite guys have been later, but I don't know. The only thing for me is I don't want them to be in a position where they're reaching, because it's like the board just went the way, because like I don't know if we're getting one of those top. We're not going to get one of those top trench guys necessarily at 11. I don't feel like it's going to drop that way. I feel like
if you don't reach and you draft best available, not what your most need is, I think you'll be fine. I'm always a little cautious of drafting a safety very high, because if you think about it, to me, and this is as long as I've been watching the NFL, safeties are usually guys that used to play corner but lose a step or two or they're small linebackers who you can play around the line of scrimmage. Very few guys have just been, safety. How much, if he's not rushing the pass, if he's not playing up along the line of scrimmage, how much impact does a safety have just playing deep and in coverage?
Mm.
So I think those are the guys that you can find further down in the draft. The guy that can fit what you need your safety to do versus drafting them very high. You do need all the help you can get in the middle of the field. So that is linebacker, D tackle, offensive guard, right up the middle. So if there's one of those guys that are available, I think you jump on that. As you get to the second and third rounds, you still try to do the same thing. Now you're thinking, okay, can I get a guy that fits what we want at wide receiver? You ain't gonna have no more short wide receivers. They all gonna be 6.
Well, not all. I mean, they have Tutu Atwell. He's not tall.
No, but
Washington's not
I'm
going
saying,
anywhere. But they're going to add some size.
Correct.
They're not gonna all be 5'9".
So all you need to do is just see you should have an idea of what they're going to be looking for, what they're going to try to do.
Well, it's a little bit out of their hands though, because you're in that weird spot of the top 10. Like it unless you're going to trade up, like you don't really have a lot of dictation on how the draft's going to go.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said draft who best player available for what you need, and then make sure I would have a rule that all organizations should live by, unless you're willing to lose your job. Any player that you draft should be graded within 2 spots of that pick. You understand what I'm saying?
Not really.
So if you have a player that's the 20th best player in the draft, graded out the 20th best player, not at the position, just best player, and you draft him 17th or 23, you're good.
Yeah, but how do you that's subjective though? Like whose list are we going off that?
But your list. You can go off your list.
Yeah, but obviously the list is going to be high. They took him there.
Not necessarily. Some teams draft based on what they need.
Yeah, well, that's what they did last year.
Right.
That's what they did last year. It's a different front office now. But he's, I mean, like that guy had enough, swings to make Giancarlo Stanton blush with how many strikeouts he had.
Keeps falling for that low outside slider.
No, I'm just saying, look, I'm not if it ends up and the draft falls and they end up taking Lemon at 11, I'm not gonna hate it because look, they do need somebody who's gonna make an impact right away. It is true. They don't have anybody right now who's like a game changer, has defensive coordinators losing sleep. The only guy that they have right now is Devon Achane. That's it. Yep. Everybody else is pedestrian on this team.
You think? I would.
Who else is a weapon on this team that you're scared of? If you're
on
a coordinator,
you're talking about on offense.
Yes,
nobody. You're right.
Yeah, nobody.
I was thinking both sides of the ball.
Even on defense, I don't think. I mean, maybe Sealer a little bit.
Take Jordan Brooks.
Okay, yeah, he's a very good player. But do you think? Do you look at Jordan Brooks and say he's a game wrecker? I know he led the league in tackles. He was amazing. As far as
doesn't that constitute?
I don't know. Do you I'm he's very good at his job. I'm asking the question, is he a game wrecker? I don't think the Dolphins have a Parsons. They don't have a Myles Garrett. They don't have a Max Crosby. They don't have any of those guys.
But the closest thing they have to that is Jordan Brooks. As far as a guy that is making an impact on every play in every game. That's the closest thing you have. I think he's a guy keep because of his leadership, and he's gonna be the voice.
Yeah, they probably. I mean, unless he wants stupid money, I think they probably will keep him. I would imagine.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. It's not a very talented team right now.
It's not.
Which is fine. That's the reason. There's a reason the last regime got fired and everybody's gone. But I'm saying, does that dictate it as well?
Ooh.
Of what you go with?
Cody asked, "What about that tight end at 11?"
Oh, Sadiq.
Yeah.
Well, everybody likes a fun tight end, and he's kind of around there. Everybody said 11 to 14. I think
he can also play slot. He could be a big wide receiver. He runs a 4.3.
Oh, my wife is on.
Oh, Carly?
Yeah.
She's sitting there being like, oh, but that Sauce Gardner trade.
She gave me 2 first-round picks. I love her.
She's short. Look how she looks short on the
I don't know, but that kid in the background's
Doing
all hopped up
jumping
on
jacks.
he's all hopped up on Mountain Dew, Chip.
Yeah, what are they doing?
That's definitely Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah,
like
somebody
you know,
get no.
Are they
That
on
kid
spring
is.
break or something?
You know what's funny? You can always know what a child is on by the way the antics, their
Oh, yeah.
antics and the way they move. You can tell if that's you're on a gallon of Mountain Dew or a gallon of whatever sugar substance that requires you to do that. Look at that kid.
Io says Brooks might not be on our team. The Cowboys are looking at him. Yeah, I saw those trade talks. I wouldn't be surprised
It's
either
not
way.
a trade though. He's not signed. Is he signed? For
He's
next
signed.
year?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
under
okay.
contract.
Okay, I
He's
thought
under
he was a free
contract.
agent. My
Like
bad.
the guys who are probably going to get, if they're going to be here or going to get new deals, are going to be him, Brewer, and Achan. Obviously, like those are the big ones that they got to decide on. Would anything surprise me? No, nothing would surprise me. I mean, nothing can. If you're going to tell me that the GM is still going to be like, all right, can't come to a deal, going to trade you for a pick, I wouldn't be stunned. Like that's where he's at right now.
Right.
You know,
But at some point, you need game changers, and if you have one, giving that one up at a young age,
yeah, it would have to be a lot to get rid
right?
of Devon Achan.
Like yeah, it's okay to have great picks, but how long are you going to have to look for another Devon Achan?
Yeah,
That would be
for
my
sure.
question.
No, for sure. That's definitely something. He is the biggest game changer on the team.
Correct.
Like there's no doubt about that. If you say like who would the good teams die to have on their team to make them, it would be Devon Achan. Everybody else is kind of like, yeah, would every team like Brooks? Would they like Brewer? Maybe. But that's a guy I feel like everybody would be like, oh, I would love to have him.
Ready
on the
for
team.
this one?
Yep.
Dave South says, does Leroy think they can trade up to 8 if Bain is still there with the trade Tobin brought up a couple of weeks ago? I think with all they've done to acquire picks, I would be extremely shocked based on where they are that they would use any of those picks to move up. I do. And I'm not sure on this team how much of an impact one guy could make when you need multiple positions. So you need the more picks versus you see what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but I think like, look, I also like I do like the confidence if you think a guy is that type of guy. If you think he's that kind of a culture guy, and you would, and that, again, I'm not saying,
you know what, that would be the reason if you were to do it. You look that man square and you look around the room and you say, this guy is going to be the guy to carry my message into that locker room for the next 10 years. And that's something you can hang your hat on and you say, and all we have to give up
is a 2.
Yeah. Okay. Now, so you're selling the whole body of work. You're not just selling the football player. You're selling, hey, this is a guy like a Jordan Brooks, he's going to set the tone for how we want to do things on this side of the ball.
I'm glad you've come to my side on this.
I didn't come to your
You've
side.
marinated a little bit. I like it. I'm happy for you.
I'm merely just
agreeing with me.
Offering the different scenarios where it could happen.
You're being a bit of a semantic samurai.
No,
you could just say, Tobes, it was a pretty good idea.
Dade asked me a question. I asked it.
Well, but all the difference was between me and Dade was he said a couple spots. Mine was 3 spots or 6 spots, whatever.
6 spots is different than a couple spots.
Is it? We're playing with a couple spots here. The point is you like the
moving up 6 spots.
You like the framework of my idea.
Oh my God, I'm a semantic.
No, you do. You like the framework of my idea.
Do you hear this?
I've been talking about trading up for Ruben Bain now for 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden it's kind of like you're like, maybe not that bad.
Here, with how these guys have talked, I merely just came up with a reason as to why maybe the coach could sell it to Sully. The reason why I don't think they do it is you can't come in talking about how many picks you want to acquire, and then the first thing you do is trade a pick.
Nick T says Tobin is being a nuanced ninja.
Hey,
semantic samurai.
Hey, nuanced ninja is cutting it real close, buddy.
Too close to the line.
All right, Icarus.
HR is listening closely. For
Right.
he
Excuse
said
me?
ninja. Okay.
All right, Icarus. Yeah, close to the sun there, buddy.
Take a break. Mixed bag coming up next. Oh, look who decided to show up on a Monday. Brr, 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 brr.
Hello.
How are you, Jennifer?
Doing well.
All right.
What does church say?
Boys like girls.
Is that a band?
It's a band.
Boys like girls.
All right.
All right.
Way to go, Captain Obvious.
I didn't know it was a band. Sorry.
No, I'm
Double
talking about there's just in general.
Oh, you don't like an obvious band name?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's, I mean,
I really obvious in this.
hey, it could be Culture Club. So
yeah.
You like a weird name like Men Without Hats?
You should listen to them. They're good.
Limp Bizkit.
That's a good name, though.
Not better than Slaughter to Prevail.
You're right.
What about? Well, there's that one
Death
is
by
it
Cab?
European group that I can't say their name on radio. They keep getting arrested for making political.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to the mixed bag. Eric Spoelstra, this was him on what he had to say about the team's defense. And
What about it?
We just need to show that toughness right now. I know the competitors we have in our locker room. It does not feel good. Nobody's happy about any of this. We just have to show our competitive toughness right now while it's needed the most. We're all uncomfortable about this. We're disappointed, we're upset, we're angry. It's every single emotion you can go through, particularly when we have the competitors that we have in our locker room. We just need to compartmentalize it, use it as fuel, and bring a great game tomorrow. That's the one thing we can control is what kind of game we're bringing tomorrow against Philly.
all right. Well, he kind of said the same thing after the Cleveland game, and they responded with a big old wet fart versus the Pacers. So I don't know where those competitors are. Maybe just you, Spell, right now, because I don't feel like anybody's getting the.
It's easy to be competitive when you ain't out there.
I guess. Oh, dude, some of the memes of him yesterday with him on the sidelines, he versus haters had a great one of just the body language he had of them not defending. Like he's shuffling the feet. He's got the feet out wide. He's trying to will it. It's just not happening.
Spo is just OG Mike McDaniel. No, but I tell you, people won't admit this, but how you accept or deal with a coach has to do with how much he's winning. Because Bill Belichick was the same way in Cleveland, and they ran him out of town talking about he never gives us anything. He's this, he's that, he's that. And then he ended up in New England and start winning. Oh, that's our Bill Belichick. He's,
I can't wait for Cristobal to stuff in the locker this year. I'm so excited.
That's Spo this year. That's Spo, how people looking at Spo this year versus all the other years. He's a champion, right? So,
well, look, Spo did change things schematically this year for the team.
Yes.
He knew that there was something with them being dead in the water offensively. And so they tried to make some things happen.
They paid for it defensively. Or maybe
not really. Most of the time, most of the year, they've been a very good defensive team. But the last 8 games they have not. They've been an abomination.
Right.
Does that coincide with certain people coming back in the lineup? Hard to Ole.
Cue my music.
That's not what the music is.
Okay, go.
Stop doing that. Too much.
Too much.
You can't do that.
I need the little things.
That one was good. That was good.
Oh,
I'll allow you to have the clappers, but the like, come on, it's 2026.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Don't get
Really?
LeBron. Don't get LeBron James.
Are we
Taco
really?
Tuesday.
Just do Ole. Just do Ole.
Are we really?
You know what times we live in.
Yeah, you know what time. I'm
right.
just trying to protect you.
Protect all of us. To be quite honest.
Take it easy,
I
Canelo.
no. So that's how we looking at this now. We not just.
I'm just telling you, you do what
It's
you want.
funny, but some people might not find it funny.
Then why you keep playing the music? Why you keep playing the music?
Because objectively, the music's great. But I just need to say Ole and then tone down the ay.
All right.
But I kind of liked it though.
No, he doesn't.
Pretty on point.
He does, but
It's just, come on.
tippy toe
And
3.
it's coming from me, Hispanic.
So, see, look.
People are allowing it. I mean, I'm Hispanic. I allow it.
Let me explain something to you.
You're not
The
Mexican.
difference between
I have Mexican family.
me and Tobin is Tobin doesn't ever want to have to explain any of it. So if it's close, he won't go. And I'm of the people that know me, know what I'm about.
Oh yeah, everyone knows you.
And I ain't trying to like be offensive. I'm trying to have a good time.
I didn't say you were being offensive. I said,
Leroy, try to explain that.
Walk it back a little bit.
Yeah, try explaining that to the heads, the decision makers.
Oh,
do they know you?
What are you guys
Don't they
trying
have
to
to be
do?
here?
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's a
All
true
the
point.
senses are off.
Okay.
I'll tell you one language we can do though. All hail the kings of Playinville!
But this,
You know what the rules are completely different when it comes to intangible accents.
Pretty sure this is offensive somehow.
What is an intangible accent?
Intangible.
When it's an intangible, you can do whatever joke you want.
Brown skin.
Oh, listen.
See, so we're not all the way.
All I'm saying is,
although we all in the huddle together.
They always say they're lighter shade.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
We got light skinned brothers too.
I'm not suggesting.
They're lighter shade of
I'm
blue.
I'm not suggesting C4 flavors for anybody. Just myself.
But periodically, I'll say something to Tobin. He's like, "Nope."
It sounds says it's like if Tobin yelled, "Yeah, boy!" if Flavor Flav came on.
That, by the way, that was a good yeah, boy.
But remember when I did howdy, boy? I didn't like that. I was like, I didn't like my tone.
That was good. That one was good though.
But wait, Tobin is like, I'm like, all right, I get it.
Howdy, boy?
I understand, but come on. I'm not, no.
Then you don't understand. We understand you're not being
Yeah.
hurtful, but somebody's gonna find.
I think you were in the
line.
line, but I was worried that like a couple more beats on the song, you would have gone too far.
And you're about to
You would have gone into costume, maybe.
Oh, he's definitely he's wearing something. Gonna be hats and everything.
I mean,
sombreros and all.
Well, I'll tell you, if I see that again from Norman Tyler, I wouldn't mind Game Ops playing it because it's getting a little crazy.
As soon as somebody goes right by him.
Struce for 3. Ole!
You got everybody.
It's probably the best thing that's could have come from this. Really.
We can only laugh so we don't cry.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, you don't cry.
It's nerve wracking.
No, I drink.
You don't cry. You drink.
We have NBA beef. Patrick Beverly and Dwayne Wade.
Not on his level.
Patrick Beverly said he wanted to weigh in on the old faithful. We call this old podcast faithful. D Wade versus James Harden. Patrick Beverly, he was in camp with Dwayne Wade before the Heat cut him, and he played with James Harden. But he said in his eyes, James Harden's better.
Well, the question is, if James Harden gets an NBA championship, then where does he rank? Because there's been a lot of, what did they call it, debacle between top 3 shooting guards. If James Harden gets a ring, it's without a doubt. It's still without a doubt to me. It's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and James Harden. But to me, if James Harden gets a ring, I think that solidifies it forever. I think that closes all door of, okay, because the argument is always championship, and I've said this before. Championship is a team sport, right? That's a team accolade. It's hard to kind of pinpoint one person out on a team accolade.
Not when you average 40 in the finals.
Conferences matter. Obviously, D Wade played in the Eastern Conference. No downplay from the Eastern Conference, but everyone knows the Western Conference has been one of the toughest conferences for the last, 2 decades, right? So like everyone knows that. So if he does get a ring, I think that closes the door on all the extra argument of who's top 3. And my original argument was he was top 3 anyway. And that is based on, to me, longevity, right?
Careful.
How long you can do something at a high level. I think that's always important.
It's a big word for me, dog.
Here's why his argument's flawed. Regardless of what you think, I know how you feel, but I'm going to tell him why his argument is flawed. And I would ask him this question. Who's better, LeBron or Jordan? And you know what the response would be? 6 championships.
Right.
So
it's so strange, though.
Everybody's going to have that argument about Jordan.
I've never seen a guy
in
the history of basketball where people like to go with Dwayne Wade's arguments and they like to do yeah buts on rings. It's like if he gets, let's say James Harden does get a ring finally by the age of 37. Okay, that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1. That's not 3. That's 1. And like we're just but his 1 means more. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Pat, it doesn't. But here's Dwayne Wade. Let's hear from the man himself because he was perturbed.
I don't understand how you can have a conversation about me and state facts when you're not as good as me. Pat Bev came out and just talked about me and James. Another conversation with me and James.
Like James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade.
Pat just came out definitive. He was definitive. James Harden is better than Dwayne Wade.
Stop.
He was very definitive in his answer, and I was just sitting there like, okay, Pat, what's your facts?
Right.
To say that someone's better, or just come out and say what I personally like, the style of play that I like to see.
That's a great way to
is
say
X, Y, and Z. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say nobody is better than me when you wasn't better than me. Like you can't do that. Like we talk about a better player, you're talking about every aspect of the game of basketball. You know how good I was at a lot of aspects of the game.
And the funny thing was, Dwayne Wade also made the point on this with Patrick Beverley, like, you didn't even play the best of me. Like, most of your career. And that's the thing that's weird about it. People always do this with, like, well, it's longevity. And it's like, how come the guy doesn't get credit for winning a championship in his 3rd year?
Right.
When he was a child, a baby in the league. And he's going there, he goes, oh, how about the best finals performance you've ever seen?
There's got to be some Chicago hate.
Absolutely. Listen,
They both know because they're both from Chicago. That might be maybe.
Well,
part of the problem is D Wade said it best, and I always am cautious of this, right? Just because you played, don't mean you could go at people who are above your pay grade, right? You stick to the 6 men of the year, to the defensive players. That's who you are familiar with.
Well,
here's also the facts of it. Time commenting on guys that are Hall of Famers or whatever, and I make it a point to emphasize what I am criticizing, and I give you a perfect example: Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but
like no,
everybody wants to make it like I could do this, I could do that. Tracy McGrady, amazing player. If you were to just maybe go talent for talent on just scoring, you could have said Tracy McGrady was a better player than Dwayne Wade, but he wasn't. You want to know why? Because he never got out of the first round, other than riding the bench for the Spurs.
Right.
Okay, it's such a big caveat you're throwing out there. Only if we took out the stuff that matters the most when it comes to sports and winning.
I told you, I would have asked him right after he said that, who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan? With all the things that you just said, longevity or all that stuff. And the first thing that everybody says, Jordan got 6 championships. And I say, so why doesn't that apply for D?
Yeah, it's just I don't understand why.
We pick and choose. We don't have a consistent.
People really do think that Dwayne Wade. I think the internet really does feel like Dwayne Wade showed up with his shirt untucked because he had LeBron and Shaq as teammates, and that he just did nothing.
Told a rookie to hold his beer.
Yeah, he did nothing to win the title.
Hey, Rook, hold my beer.
It's crazy to me. And James Harden, meanwhile, has more MVPs in his resume as past teammates, and yet he can't do anything.
Right.
He just poops the bed every time in the playoffs.
Is he the only?
And by the way, he's played in both conferences too.
Is he the only? Is Harden the only one of the 3 that hasn't won a championship?
Russell has one.
Russell won.
I don't think Russell Westbrook won one.
Russell doesn't have a title.
Okay.
Only KD has a title.
Only KD has 3, right? 2 or
3?
2.
Then he decided to go to Brooklyn.
Hey, Kobe had Shaq. Nobody says anything about that.
That's crazy. No, it's amazing. Nobody has.
And I promise you, has there been any other player besides D Wade that has had a more dominant player? And he wasn't dominant like
Yeah, well, that's the other thing that's crazy is like, so you're telling me that Dwayne Wade, who got one real MVP season of Shaq, and Dwayne Wade did get hurt in that Eastern Conference Finals with his with what happened against the Pistons. So you had a 2-year window with Shaq. How many trades have we seen now over the NBA of guys making trades, and they're like, you got to win here, and they don't do it. It just flops.
Right.
And the Heat went 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Pistons and won the championship.
He couldn't play that game 6. Was he that bad?
He was pretty messed up.
So he was going into that game 7 already messed up then.
Yeah.
Okay. I never got the full.
He had like the shot.
Oh, okay.
But you still do it in that window. And they're like, nah. What'd you do it when you were young? Do it when you're old. What? All right. Good argument, Pat.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think somebody's still salty about the Heat cutting him in training.
Oh, my God. It won't stop raining.
Ladies and gentlemen, for 2 things. Why are we even giving Pat Beverly
exactly
the time of day?
That's what I started off by saying. He shouldn't be talking about.
Leroy, the name of his podcast, he had his name on it. Now, it seems like he's been whitewashed, to say the least.
White Chocolate took his podcast.
White Chocolate just basically took his podcast, and they just renamed it, rebranded. And
Really? He got Jason Williams? J. Will on there?
Jason Williams? But he had his own
podcast. He got arrested. There was a whole thing where he allegedly beat up his sister because she, it's a whole thing.
And then second, any man that jumps on a table and starts crying because they won a playing game just to be the 8th seed or a 7th seed, I'm not listening to anything that man has to say.
He jumped on the table for the play-in.
Beating the Clippers in a play-in. Cried.
Hey,
boo.
Could you imagine how we would kill Tyler Hero if they did that at the play-in?
Snot bubble and everything.
Again. I know you want to have hot takes at this moment in time because that's, everybody doing a podcast. But you got to be careful, right? Everybody can't comment on greatness. You just can't, because you're looking at it from the bottom up. And if you're looking at both of those players and you're looking up at their careers, you can't be the one to comment on who's best. You look at somebody like Chuck or Shaq or, one of those guys who are doing, and then ask them who they think's about. They're going to say D. Wade. They would definitely say D. Wade. Shaq played with D. Wade, and he knows what that man could do. And Chuck
hates Harden. Game. He hates Harden's game.
Right.
Take a break. Final hour coming on up. Get you caught up with your headlines. We're back after this.
Tobin got me over here enunciating.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
What are you enunciating?
Nuisance ninja.
Nuance.
Nuance ninja.
Probably why.
Nuance ninja.
Got the scary one right, but the unscary one wrong.
I love
That's the name of the hour, by the way, guys.
We just look at something, Tobin to look up at me and say, nope, so sorry.
Give us another weather update, Leroy, because it's crazy out there. It's brought to us by our friends over at Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. What do you got?
Oh boy, we just had a little downpour. I don't see any planes taking off, so I can't give you a window. I'm guessing it's coming out of the east because the sun looks like it's starting to make its way on shore. Other than that, it's a gloomy Monday. Is this game, you know what this looks like?
What?
This looks like Miami playing Indiana. That's how I felt. Like,
yeah, it was ugly.
Still raining a little bit. Look for more rain. Temperature's got to be right around 80, if that. With all this rain, it's even going to be a little bit cooler. And hopefully it'll be better tomorrow.
79 degrees, raining, wind blowing from.
Don't want to look at it.
From the west.
I wish I could have turned that game off. Like I could just put the blinds down and stop watching the game, because I was watching that game last night and I kept watching it thinking, all right, they're going. I'm like, why is Siakam a Hall of Famer all of a sudden? And why? Who's Potter?
I know, we used to have him.
Really?
Yeah, he was on Sioux Falls.
So he wasn't even good enough to play on the big team.
He's done that to us a couple times this year. Really upset that the Heat got him. It's actually, this has gone in reverse a couple times because Jamal Cain had a huge game against the Heat. I was always, listen, I'll apologize for the Nikola Jovic propaganda this summer. But don't forget the Toes was on the Cain train.
Woo!
And then
Jovic just hurt though. Can we not do this when you're hurt?
He was bad healthy too.
I mean, but listen, he's had some pretty tough injuries this year.
He had he nearly lost his arm against the Raptors. Remember, we were there Monday Night Football. That was the night that was the night Troy Aikman called out all the Dolphins, and then they're like, well, let's make him Lord of the Dolphins. I like it, Troy Aikman. Well, I think he was actually hired before them, but whatever. Which actually makes it even more surprising. Or not, however you want to slice it up. I'm for Troy Aikman being here. I like it.
Until
what?
Until the season starts.
No, until you're saying this right now, and it's going to get a point. Right, it's going to get a point. You know what, Troy? I mean, it was good when you hired Halfley and Sully, but
you can't lose.
You know, either you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Either you're here doing you're here with the Dolphins general manager, or you're doing Monday Night Football. I'm sick of this.
I don't think so, Vlad. Because you know what?
That's going to be you,
if Tom Brady's allowed to do it, why can't Troy Aikman?
J Fig, am I right?
I don't think so. If Troy Aikman could do a football game, what's the big deal?
Until you get upset with either him criticizing the Dolphins and their bad play, you're going to be like, well, you helped decide. You helped choose these guys.
That's fair, though. That's a fair critique. If he's upset about the Dolphins, like let's say in some fantasy world, they get on Monday Night Football again, which they won't.
Hey, somebody said that is 100% going to be Tobin next year.
Well, look, if he picked the wrong guys, then
here's the deal, though. Here's the deal, though. Whether you pick the right or wrong guys, your job is to analyze what the situation is and what's going on. So he still can be truthful with that, even if he feels that, they're the right guys for the job. He can still be critical of if something at the time that they do it.
Yeah, but you would agree that with the stink that's been over this organization lately, you need somebody who's done some kind of winning. Like somebody, like at least Troy Aikman's Troy Aikman's been wanting to kind of dip his toe in the front office water. Hey, this is a distinguished champion. So bring him in. You buy a little credibility.
But again, it's two different jobs. He helped you get a coaching staff and a GM in place.
Mm-hmm.
His job when you playing football on TV is to be an analyst.
Right.
So if he should happen to criticize or critique a decision, that one of those two guys made that has nothing to do with the decision he helped bringing him in.
Well, I want him in the war room. I want him in the draft war room. Like when they cut to the Dolphins war room, I want to see Troy Aikman.
You just like name.
No, that's not true.
You are.
That's not true. This is Troy Aikman's era is upon us here for the Dolphins, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
So he better be in the war room. You pick these guys.
Hey.
They better not be clowns.
Hey, if you pick guys that you didn't have to oversee or suggest, you picked the wrong damn guys.
He can have a beer. He could have a finger food, whatever he wants. He could have some croquetas in the war room, but he needs to be in the war room.
No, they have pizza in war rooms.
Fine.
Because why pizza's last?
Well, you probably get Anthony.
Them croquetas, croquetas have a shelf life of like 2 hours. Then they get kind of.
Does Dan Marino still own Anthony?
What?
I don't know.
Get some free of that. That's good. That's good pizza.
You know what I like more than the pizza there? The wings.
The wing. Oh, they
if they don't overdo them,
they gussy it up a little bit with the onions in there and stuff. Like
no,
just have
they
wings.
don't get the onions.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
They put onions in there.
You're mistaken. Yeah.
No. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Because you can order them on Uber. They come from there.
You're taking that stuff off then by custom order because that's how they come.
Their wings do not come with onions on them.
You're 100% wrong, and I love you, but I will not argue about this. I'm not going to argue about this.
Come with onions on it.
Okay.
I've never had them wings with onions.
Then you've default ordered it. Then you've taken those off on the toppings, but that's exactly how they come.
I know somebody that works there is listening to the show. Please call.
Yeah, somebody please correct.
They got like the stuff all. I'm not for that. Wings are wings.
You're making me hungry.
I'm hungry. It's too late.
Sorry.
I'm already hungry.
But Troy Aikman needs to be in the war room.
No, he doesn't.
Why not?
Once you hire the people that you feel can do the job, why are you there overseeing what they do?
Because I don't know if these kids know what they're doing. I need Troy Aikman there.
If you're not sure that they know what they're doing, you shouldn't have given an okay to hire them.
Hard to say. I don't know.
Oh,
maybe a little Troy Aikman training wheels.
Dude, no. Who says Troy Aikman's the?
Oh, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Oh my goodness, you're.
What?
This might be some of your worst work.
How is this my worst work?
Wow, that's
you hire somebody and then you oversee them, and your thought is Troy Aikman knows more about it than them.
I want Troy Aikman to go up to Sully right before pick 11, and I want him to look at him in the eye and say, "Hey, Sully." Yeah, Troy. What's up?
Like on Twitter when they show the guy getting ready to smack his wife, and and they do the yes, and they show everybody doing the yes.
I just want you to go, "Hey, Sully, don't lose."
Come on, dude. If you hire somebody to do a job,
Mm-hmm.
then you trust them to do the job. If you have questions and you got to stand over them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you shouldn't have hired them.
-1 for Leroy. Dade South did the research.
I'm telling you, dude. I've got.
Just read what Dade South put.
I saw it.
No, read it.
Mm-hmm.
Read it.
Website. Into this coal-fired chicken wings are marinated, roasted, and topped with caramelized onions. Well, okay. Can I just say this?
Is it going to start with "I'm sorry"?
-1.
No, because
is that a box? Is that a box?
No. Can I please?
100% a box.
Can I please wait? Can I please say this?
I love when wings are boxed.
You can order them on Uber. It's not called Anthony's Coal Fire Wings. It's called something else, and it's one of those little places that they make them. And they come from Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, but they aren't made that way. I promise you. I've never had wings that I ordered through Uber that come from Anthony's and it had caramel.
Can you believe this guy? Can you
I'm
believe
telling
this
you
guy?
the truth.
Who's got less accountability than him?
I'm telling, but
It's unbelievable.
Dude, I promise you. I'm not lying. They come from there.
No, hold on, wait, but Leroy has said this before.
But they're not.
I will shoot him some bill. There are restaurants where there's like another like little restaurant within the restaurant.
Like Chuck E. Cheese.
No, like there's certain, if you order from a certain wing place, they come from Chili's.
I'll give you a good example. It's a what's the Japanese place? That's
Saito?
No.
Benihana's?
Is it Sushi Saki?
I don't know.
I think Sushi Saki that you can order, like there's another restaurant within that establishment where you can order food, and it might not be the same from the same menu or anything like that, but it's from the same place.
Yes.
But I don't know if you can order it now.
Okay, then those aren't Anthony's Coal Fire wings.
But it comes in. But I
Right.
thought they were because they come in a box from Anthony's Pizza.
Okay, that's not really
I'm telling
my
you.
point. Is you were so certain that I was wrong.
Yes, because every time
And
I've ordered these wings, they've come from.
How about you just apologize?
He's so riled up.
He's so
Oh
riled
my
up.
God!
And all you have to say is,
if I've ordered, if every time I've ordered wings and they come in a box from Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, why would I think that normally they come with onions on them? Why would I think that? I've never gotten wings that came in one of those boxes.
like I don't know what to tell you.
It's called Ghost Chicken.
It's like
Ghost Kitchen.
It's like saying, why don't you just say like Flanagan's? Their drinks come in a red cup. Like you're just saying something that's patently wrong.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And why are you getting upset with me? Like that's the other thing.
Because I am.
You're like, why would I know that? Like, because you said it like it was a definitive fact.
Every time
It's
I've
not,
ordered
though,
wings,
but that's not how the wings come.
every time I've ordered wings from one of these places on Uber, listen to me now. They
Now,
come
you
in,
want me to
you get like 50 wings. You get 50 wings. They're delivered. It comes in the Anthony's box, and that's how you order them. I'm telling you.
So what you're saying is you've ordered wings from a ghost kitchen.
Correct.
Anthony's,
They came from Anthony's in the Anthony's box. Anthony made them.
or Anthony's Kitchen might have made.
Anthony's Kitchen made
might
them.
have made it.
Correct.
Anthony's are the ghost.
Anthony's Kitchen.
The fact that this has taken up so much time, like if it matters at
I
this
mean,
point.
if I was wrong, I would
on
say
a
I'm
Monday
wrong.
where we had some action this week.
If every time I order wings, they come in that box and they don't have onions on them.
Leroy, but two things
It
could be
doesn't
right.
matter. Like the point is whether you can say my experience is that's how I've gotten them. But
Mhm.
Tobes, you were clearly right. You know what? I could move on. But no, look at me. And
No, I'm not looking at you because you
because
know-
you're in shame, and this is the problem.
not in shame.
You
You're in
both
shame.
could be right here.
No, we cannot. Because
You-
Anthony's Coal Fire wings
I'm telling
come
you,
a standard
I've ordered
way.
Every
You
time I
both
order
have
these-
gotten it in different ways, and you both are correct
Here's
in
what
your
happened.
own
Can I tell you
ways.
exactly- No,
Sensible-
Jennifer.
Tell me what happened
Sensible
to
J.
me.
Fix
I'll tell you.
has spoken.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to you.
told you.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to you.
told
Here's what
There
happened.
should not be an
Here's what happened.
argument about wings on
Here's
a
what happened.
Monday.
I'm hungry.
Well, hold on.
I'll tell you.
Hold
No,
on.
here's what happens. Because anybody who orders a lot of food off apps knows this: is you order it once, it goes back to the default of how you ordered it.
No.
No. You stop. You've had your piece. You've had your piece. So you did it one time. You got no wings. You got no onions on your wings, and that's how it now always comes on your default order on Uber Eats.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
Because here, there's another ghost kitchen where I order wings from, and it comes from Chili's in a Chili's box. So Chili's makes them, but it's from the ghost kitchen.
Why don't you just order from the regular restaurant? What's
Because
the
they
ghost
don't
kitchens
have,
anyway?
Oh wait, because a lot
I
of
think Leroy
times
just
they
has a
don't
really
have
bad
the same
experience with any
items.
app he orders from. So there's
You
that.
can't. They don't have the same items. So if
So
I
then,
here,
so what you're saying
let
to me is,
wait,
let me-
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
just one- no, no,
Listen,
no,
let
just
me finish.
fine.
If
Only
I
you get
can,
to
so
finish.
if I order from this app on Uber Eats, if I order from the app, I can get a 50 piece, right? If I order from Chili's, I can't. That's how they work around that.
So you didn't order from Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, is what you're telling me.
I just told you it comes in the Anthony.
So why were you so sure?
Because it came in Anthony's box.
So why won't you apologize?
Why wouldn't I think I was?
Why won't you apologize?
Why
to me?
wouldn't I think it? Because I'm not wrong.
You are wrong. You are dead wrong.
Leroy, you're wrong.
I've never had onions on wings that came in the Anthony's box.
But it's not saying that Anthony's
silly.
that it's not.
I didn't order it from Anthony's, yet I am not wrong about saying that's how Anthony's makes their wings.
Because
you can't have it both ways, Patrick
okay,
Beverly.
listen, I've also ordered
You call
from
him
this
Patrick
place
Beverly?
and then went to Anthony's and picked them up.
Yeah, I understand how curbside works. But you
No,
wanna know
no,
something?
no.
That's
But I
not
did
what he
order
was
from
talking about.
Anthony's Pizza. Do you understand? I ordered from this whatever this ghost kitchen is, but I picked them up from Anthony's.
Mhm.
So why wouldn't I think that Anthony's makes the?
I don't know, but what I would say is after debating this for 18 minutes, you know what you could have said?
What?
Tobes, you were right.
I was right too.
You're not right.
Every time I
You're
order,
not right. That's not how the wings come.
You both get a -1. How
That's
about
not how it
that?
works.
okay, kick rocks.
-1.
Kick
Minus
wings.
-1.
I'd like to kick some
for
wings
Sash.
right in my mouth. In fact, I'm gonna have to go under my car seat. Might have one from yesterday.
Hey, yo.
Back after this.
That's gross.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Got ourselves some double action tonight as the Marlins will be back on the diamond today. They open up a series with the Chicago White Sox. You can hear that game on AM 560 tonight. 6:40 is your first pitch from Lone Depot Park after the Marlins start their season 3-0 for the first time since 2009. Chicago, they were swept by the Brewers, 0-3. Although their new slugger, let me see if I got this right, Munetaka Murakami, 3 home runs in 3 games. So,
That's a good start.
That's a good start,
That's
dude.
a good start.
That's a good start. No walk-off shot like Owen Caissie, not like Big Red, but that's still pretty good. Still pretty good. So you got that tonight. And pregame coverage on 560 begins at 6 o'clock. Do they call that Marlins on Deck? Is that what it's still called? Or do they call it just Marlins pregame, Vlad? Do you know?
I do not know. I'll have the joy of producing tomorrow's game.
You get back to me. You let me know.
I'll get back to you.
It used to be called, when I was producing,
It was
called
Marlins on Deck. Yes.
I'm going to guess it's still Marlins on Deck, because why would you change the name? That seems like it would make all the sense in the world to be called Marlins on Deck. But
I think it's still called that.
there you go. Marlins pregame gets going at 6. Then on the hoop side, the Heat, they get going today, 7 o'clock against the Philadelphia 76ers. Preheat, 5:45 with Alejandro Solana and Tommy Tig getting you ready for all the action tonight. That's the only local call you'll get tonight because it's on Peacock. So if you want your Love Island and Heat, that's what you got tonight on Peacock. Which means
Marlin on Deck is the name of the pre.
Marlins on Deck is what it's called?
Marlins on Deck.
There we go. All right. Man, those teal jerseys look sweet as hell, though, huh? I don't care if I'm a product of my childhood.
You gonna get you a Temu?
I'm not gonna get me a Temu. No, I'm not gonna get me a Temu.
You gonna get me one that says your name here?
I told you. I was like, I was at the shop. Jim,
I know we saved
it looked good, right? You were there.
The shop was great. I love all the merch. They had really good stuff in there.
They had really good stuff. They had their whole middle though was the teal stuff.
And it was so hard to pick a hat because they were all so good.
I want to ask. I would love to know from just merchandise. I want to be honest, Posh. How much current Marlins uniform stuff did you sell compared to teal Marlins stuff? Because you know what the people want.
Teal Marlins stuff.
You want teal Marlins stuff.
Teal looks really good.
Ones too.
The Miami ones.
Yeah, I like the orange ones.
I think there was an idea there. I understand what Leroy was trying to do, but he's an artsman and he tried to do too much.
Right.
He tried to do too much. He's like, there's 900 colors in this hat. What do you guys think? I was like, why is there yellow? He's like, for the sun. I'm like, all right, Gloria, too much. This is why you should just only be selling Picassos. You believe this guy gets to sit around? Like, can you want to talk about life not being fair? Can we be honest for a second? Life not being fair. Jeffrey Lurie gets to sit around with his stupid Monets, his Picassos, and $1 billion. What did he do? Trademark Burley? It's ridiculous. He doesn't deserve that $1 billion.
I mean,
unbelievable.
I wonder how much he ends up with, because he probably had some debt out there. You know what I'm saying?
Something tells me he had enough to cover it.
Right.
1.1 bill?
No, but you don't know how much he, had in debt. They don't just put the money up.
I feel like he's doing okay.
All right.
He wrote a book. You want to know? You know who writes books? Rich bored people. That's who writes books.
About their life too.
Yeah. How many people do you think How many people do you think have read the Jeffrey Lurie book, and how many people do you think have bought the Jeffrey Lurie book that aren't Jeffrey Lurie?
Read 4.
Hmm.
Brought
1.
2.
2 people.
Also, a lot of those books get spread around, just for.
I mean,
so like Barnes and Noble has to buy a minimum amount.
Something to that effect.
Like
yeah.
It's paid attendance versus actual attendance. There's
Exactly.
paid books and actual read books. Who the hell read Jeffrey Lurie's book?
Who's interested by Jeffrey Lurie? What is he not like? There's certain people, good, bad, or indifferent, that you'll say, I'll kick the tires on that.
Tell you
it's
whose book
probably pretty interesting.
I'll tell you whose book I'm going to read soon.
Who?
It's Peter Bendix. This guy knows what he's doing, apparently. This guy's amazing. I mean, that Owen Caissie, what a start. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Peter Bendix, you're on one right now, dude. Amazing.
Are you going to apologize to him again?
It's been 3 weeks. I mean, it's been 3 games.
Yeah,
but his last trades, he's been very impressive.
Yeah, see what he's doing? He's in love with Peter Bendix until Bill Zito do something that he likes.
No. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, well, first of all, Bill Zito can't do anything right now. It's past the trade deadline. I'm just impressed. I was like, you know what? This guy's done a good job. He's done a good job. I mean, you got to do a good job. I mean, you know, what's he going to do? Go to Bruce Sherman for some money? That ain't going to happen. So he's going to have to do the old hat game.
I mean, because you know what's funny? When a new regime takes over, a new ownership, the first thing they do is say, we're not going to be like the last. So I doubt if they're, you know.
Yeah. No, they have to hit on these, and especially getting, you know, somebody who can hit the damn ball. But man, they just had really good at bats all weekend, drawing walks, putting the ball in play.
You know what they look like? It almost looked like exactly the way they want that team to look like.
Yeah.
Probably with more hits, more pop.
I thought we were cooked yesterday. I thought after the way that inning started, you get a line drive double play out like that. You're just like, baseball gods don't shine on that. You're not going to win that game.
Right.
And boom, came through. That was goosies galore. That was fun. What a way to start the weekend.
Yep.
Take a break. Play a little all right. Oh no! To close things out. Back after this. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for a little all right. Oh, no. Go around the room. Best and worst of the weekend. You guys get it at this point, huh? My all right. A lot of guys from the Marlins I could choose. I'm going to go with Augustin Ramirez, to be honest with you, because I was impressed with him this weekend. Right. I thought that he was really good behind the plate. You know, usually you're talking about Gus Bus. You're talking about that. You're talking about the bat.
Here's the other problem, though. It didn't take much for him to improve.
All right.
Like, I'm saying, based on what he did last year to start this year.
No, I understand.
Right. Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
Yes, we were coming from a very we weren't coming in with high expectations. I was like, this guy's gonna be a DH by May. But no, he looked good, man. He looked good behind the dish.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta give credit where credit's due. My no goes to Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, man. You're a gazillionaire.
Get it together.
You're very bad at driving. You certainly seem to be very bad at driving under the influence. So perhaps, I'm just saying, allegedly. I'm just saying, Tiger, it might be time to,
put the keys up.
Might be time to put the keys up, dude.
Get an official driver.
You get yourself
a driver, do better.
Somebody. Yeah, just do better. Do better.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, like, the farther up the food chain we go, as far as money and notoriety and fame, shouldn't we be more responsible?
Yeah, I think so. And listen, there's plenty of people very famous who are not living up to standard.
I'm telling you, it sneaks up on you, though. But I explained it early on. Stuff like that sneaks up on you. Your intent is not to do that, but it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Get a driver, Tiger, or wait till you get home.
Crazy.
Top shelf, you got to be at home. Bottom shelf, okay to drive. You need to get you 2 shelves and deal with it.
I don't even think bottom shelf is okay to drive. What are you talking about?
No, but bottom shelf to me is like Tylenol, stuff like that.
Yeah, he's meaning like non-altering.
Right. Like if it says okay to take, but if it says may cause drowsiness or dizzy sleepiness, then that's top shelf.
I just don't want you to. You're Tiger. I don't need you in the same class as LaMelo Ball when it comes to driving.
Actually,
he's like some of them rock stars. Yeah.
What's your all right now?
My all right is going to go to the Florida Marlins. What a fun weekend. What a fun start to the season.
It's Miami Marlins.
Miami Marlins. But I'm going to ask you the same thing.
And umpire screwed that up this weekend, by the way. He called them Florida.
I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked you last year around this time of year. Just keep our hopes and our dreams alive until football season starts.
No, I don't. No, just keep our hopes alive all season.
You better hope all season. Your football season.
I know.
Leroy.
I'm starting off. Listen, I'm one of those people. I'm not going to get overly excited, even though I'm excited about what I watched this weekend. Mm-hmm. I ain't going to overdo it knowing there's 159 games left, right? I'm going to taper it, but I'm excited. Let's put it that way. So kudos to the Miami Marlins. What a great opening weekend. Something I haven't seen in 12 years? Or it's longer? 2009 or 2014?
2009. First time
2009.
They were the Florida Marlins the last time.
17 years.
They did this.
So 17 years. So there you go. My no, again, I'm going to follow it up and go with Tiger. Sometimes in life you represent more than yourself, and you have to be extra careful. And I don't want him to lose that. Like, you are a lot of reasons why people picked up a golf club.
For sure.
You are one of the people that the younger golfers look to for guidance. And you got 2 wonderful kids that need to see this is how it's done. So take a deep breath, go get your affairs in order, and it doesn't matter what I think, but the people's closest to you are the ones you need to worry about how they think.
Seriously.
And then go from there. I think it'd be all right. I think here's what happens. Here's what happens. Here's what you do. He gonna go to rehab for a couple of months, and he gonna come back. Like, he went to sex rehab.
He did.
I mean, so that's what rich people do, right? They go, I need to go to rehab. But like, if you go to rehab, you need to make the decision to be better. If you don't make the decision to be better and you just go in to satisfy a court, then you ain't gonna get better.
All for appearance.
Go eat at Perkins again.
Perkins.
Jennifer, what's your all right? No.
Well, my all right obviously does go to the Marlins, but let's just say all the success might be because we are now their official station. I don't know, maybe.
Hard to say, but
It's
not
hard to say, but like we probably brought some luck, you know?
Right.
And not to mention that we also broadcasted from there on Friday. Like
Little good mojo.
Also my all right goes to the Dancing with the Stars crew on their tour. I went to one of their shows this weekend. They were both sold out and they did fantastic.
Did you see Whitney?
No, they're both not. Both Whitneys were not there.
Why not?
Well, because Whitney is doing Roxy. Is that what it's called? No, Chicago. She's doing Chicago.
I thought that was part of the contract. I thought you had to go on tour.
No. So let's say the famous ones, like the stars, are the ones that.
Wow.
I don't know. I was trying to listen to something else. I apologize.
The famous ones.
The famous ones.
I'm glad you had a good time.
It was a great time, but I'm saying like no, there's different stars that go on different dates of the tour. Like the one that I had was Meredith Blake, which is the one from The Parent Trap.
Cool. Vlad, what's your all right? No.
My oh no also goes
I'm
to
sorry.
the weather. By the way,
What was your oh no?
Okay,
What was your oh no?
My oh no goes to the weather that
the weather.
ruined us even getting into the garage of the Hard Rock, and also the fact that there was a party that I think it was like a pre-party for Ultra that also ruined everything. So it was great.
What did the party do?
It just made a whole mess of the entrance to even get inside, and the whole parking situation. There was a lot of traffic. It was just really nasty.
Okay. Vlad, you're all right? No.
My all right? UConn for beating Duke.
Yeah.
We don't like Duke. Nobody likes Duke.
Always good.
So seeing Duke cry made me happy. So
now I want UConn to lose.
All right.
My oh no, Baby Boozer. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
You
tough.
choked. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Baby
Boozer. I'm sorry. I know Leroy
I
was
mean,
trying.
he got to take the L.
You gotta take the L.
I'm not saying you don't have to take the L.
You got to take the L. Just had to hold on to the ball. You hold on to the ball. A lot of teams, a lot of people would have been happy. They had Duke in the Final Four. Some people had Duke winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Baby Boozer, you cost your team the game.
Vlad, my dad used to tell me, listen, I understand what you're going through, but I still got to go ahead on and put it on you. Right? Like the consequences, like you can understand what somebody is going through, but the consequences are still real.
Yep. So that is it. That is my all right and oh no for this past weekend.
Excellent. Hey, it is we got a pair of tickets to give away for Celtics and Heat for Wednesday. If you guys want to go to Celtics and Heat on Wednesday, caller number 4 right now to 305-567-0560 is going to get the pair of tickets to see the Heat and Celtics. Caller 4 to 305-567-0560 will get a pair of tickets to see Heat and Celtics Wednesday night. The Heat, they're back in action tonight. Let's get it together, people, huh? Or don't. Whatever. You know what? Whatever at this point. Whatever.
He says,
whatever.
He goes,
Whatever.
Whatever.
You want the season to end, don't you?
No, I don't want it to end. I always want them to play as long as possible, but it seems like they want the season to end. How can I want it more than them, Vlad? You know what I mean?
Because you're not playing.
How can I want it more than them? You know, if they don't want, I guess we'll go to 1, 2, 3 Cancun. I'll book a summer vacation. We don't have to worry about it. If you guys don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. It's fine. And then I'll just think about John Morant all summer, and you won't get him. And then you'll make us all think we're going to get Giannis, and you won't. You won't. And then Donovan Mitchell might make a sting because he'll get bounced because he's got James Harden on his team. Sorry, Patrick Beverly. But you won't get him either. So, yeah, whatever. I'll be there tonight, though. Boots on the ground.
Is Patrick Beverly still playing?
No.
Okay.
Would have him still play.
All right.
For what?
Again, like, yeah.
Crazy.
It's like me saying Marshall Faulk was garbage. Right? Like, no, dude. You got to be on that same level to be commenting on.
Or it'd be like if you said, like, oh, well, this might be the year Derrick Henry gets one, and that'll make him better. No, okay. Well, no.
Yeah, no. I will say this. One of the things that I've learned from playing football, at least, you can have 7 guys in a room that play the same position and they all play it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that makes it hard to compare them. Like, how do you compare Derrick Henry to Barry Sanders? Right? Like, both are great in their own way. Who's better? You can't. They're different.
That's our show for today, everybody. We will talk to you rascals tomorrow.